InventHelpAdvertising.com.
13 Days of Halloween Penance, Season 4 of the award-winning horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
If I am under arrest, you have to tell me what I'm charged with.
Starring Natalie Morales of Parks and Recreation and Dead to Me.
Please, there's been some kind of mistake. I'm not supposed to be here.
How do you know?
I'm innocent.
Are any of us truly innocent?
Premiering October 19th, ending Halloween. Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Check the mail for Valpak, and you could be an instant winner. That's right. Tucked in with those coupons is your chance to win big. From cash and gift cards to attraction and concert tickets. Every month is something new with prizes for the whole family. Go ahead, open that blue envelope of savings to see if you've won. Because with Valpak Instant Win, there's nothing to buy or do to cash in. Just thousands of real winners winning real prizes, no strings attached. No purchase necessary, void or prohibited. Prizes are randomly inserted. See specially marked Valpak envelopes for details.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to InventHelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at InventHelp.com. InventHelp is the leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors received more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. They help everyday inventors just like you. Additional services include invention websites, prototype models, technical drawings, and more. They keep your idea confidential and explain every step of their invention services. Remember, that's InventHelp.com. InventHelp.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. As a parent, of course, nobody wants to see their child start having vision problems at only 18 years old. But that's exactly what happened with my son. With his active lifestyle, glasses and contacts were not going to work. That's why I suggested the Filatowski Eye Institute. They have the latest state-of-the-art technology, minimally invasive, fast recovery times. Simply text 1041 to 868686. Schedule that appointment today. Find out what these guys can do for you. They even offer 24-month interest-free financing. Text 1041 to 868686 and let the Filatowski Eye Institute get you started on a path to better vision today.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
When it comes to your safety, the safety of your family, the safety of your home, never settle for less. SafeTouch offers modern options to secure your home or business with just a tap on your phone, watch, or tablet. Right now, when you buy one outdoor camera with 24/7 recording, you get free. Just visit safetouch.com or call 844-324-2900 today. SafeTouch, peace of mind with a purpose. State license number Florida, EF20001945.
Ever been on a road trip and wondered about all the hidden history and locals-only stories that you might be passing?
With the Audio app, I'm always learning new things about the places I'm driving through.
The Audio app automatically delivers captivating stories about the natural wonders, local legends, and fascinating histories just beyond your car window. It's like having your own personal tour guide. Rediscover America your way with Audio. Available on iOS and Android.
If you suffered an injury at a place of business, dial pound law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND. GRAND. That's grand. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Radio. 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 104.1.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on.
The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most
most viral stories of the day. The news junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, October 23rd, 2023. Lots to get to today. From what are we waiting for to a woman's house is demolished on accident, and Michigan's huge Jumbotron mistake goes viral. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Well, hello.
C-Lane is out for paternity leave. Josh is with us.
Hey.
There he is, and you can be with us too. All you have to do is join the show with a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good. Pretty nervous.
What are you nervous about? You've done this so many times. Are you kidding me? What are you nervous about?
I'm sorry. Did you see the document C-Lane sent us over the weekend?
You know, it was pretty thick. I didn't read the whole thing.
I read the whole thing, and my BPMs went from a solid resting to a sprint.
Josh didn't even get it. He didn't, he didn't even send it.
It's fine. I'm flying blind.
Yeah, this is all going to work out perfectly over here. We're good so far. Look at this. It's like we know what we're doing.
Sure.
We are going to have some fun with you here on a Monday, a full week ahead of us. Amy Caulfield joining us before too long. We didn't get to talk to her last week, so that should be fun. But let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to football, baby. Yeah. The world of football, where we belong. Where we maintain a presence that cannot be matched.
We thrive.
And you know what happens every once in a while, Sabrina, in the world of football?
Yeah.
You got your action on the field, of course, but you've also got to work in the plugs, the live reads that they do. Mm-hmm. And sometimes there are stranger ones, and you got to make sure that you deliver on your live read, whether or not it's something that you actually care about. So during the North Carolina-Virginia game, here goes nothing.
Fair catch, Carolina. Everyone at home, are you watching F-Boy Island? Well, the answer should be F, yeah. Watch
wow. Oh, my God.
I like the answer should be F, yeah. It's going from the college football game to F-Boy Island live read.
Copywriting genius.
I like the F. You definitely should. Or what do you say? You effing should?
No,
it was F-Boy, F, yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Watching F-Boy Island? Well, the answer should be F, yeah. Watch an all-new season of F-Boy Island on the CW Mondays at 8, 7 Central.
He's nailing it.
Free the next day on the CW app. Season 3 has started. By the way, the finale of Season 2 a couple weeks ago was incredible.
Is this guy really watching F-Boy Island?
It was, what's the adjective? Incredible.
Yeah, let's quiz him on this a little bit. What was your favorite part of it, announcer man? What did you like about it?
The boys are effing.
He has no idea. Let's see if he pulls out a detail.
And it is about 2 or 3 shows in right now. They're already kicking F-boys out of there left and right. Nice guys sticking around. They kicked a couple F-boys off, so make sure you're checking it out.
So embarrassing.
Watching us with all these great football games.
Back to the game. My favorite thing about this is that this guy just seamlessly went into that like a straight-up team player. He didn't like try to read it in a way that showed some contempt for F-Boy Island. Nah, he was right there. Yeah, he was a trooper right there with it. So watch them. They got rid of some F-boys. They got some other good guys on board.
Have either of you watched this show?
No.
What is it about?
I don't know.
You have your F-boys, right? And then you also have nice guys.
Yeah.
And the objective is to get rid of the F-boys
and
it
keep the
nice guys.
Like The Bachelor in Paradise or something?
Totally, probably.
Yeah, I have never seen this, but it's one of those shows that has stuck around somehow, like MILF Manor or whatever that one is. I can't remember
That's
that
a good
one. Anybody watch Saturday Night Live over the weekend?
I did see some clips, and I laughed a lot. I will say the Shrek. I saw the Shrek one and the one with Pedro Pascal.
Okay, hold on. What's going on with Shrek right now? Is there something happening in the world of Shrek right now? Because at the theme parks this weekend, Courtney and I saw like 4 or 5 people with the same Shrek meme, like this very specific, like Shrek T-shirt. Is it making a comeback right now?
What's the meme?
I forgot. It was just like this, like a Shrek meme from just something they would share online. I don't remember what it was, but it had Shrek.
That's
on
how
it.
memes typically work.
Basically, yes, most of them, yes. And they were wearing this around. I go, is Shrek coming back? I don't. Maybe it is.
No,
what was the thing they did on SNL?
It was like one of those digital shorts, but now they have the millennials, or what do they call under millennials? Gen Z?
Alpha?
The
Gen Z? Yeah, Gen
Zers?
Gen Z.
I thought it was great, but it was Bad Bunny dressed as Shrek, essentially, and he wanted to make a movie. It was one of, I thought it was very fun, but I could see why it has no relation to anything going on that's relevant.
Okay,
It's just
question,
very random.
Question for you. From what you saw, does Bad Bunny, does he speak like fluent English? He doesn't, because I know they said he was speaking Spanish a bunch.
He did, yeah. It was for the bit. I did not watch the entire thing. So for the bit with Pedro Pascal, where they play Latin moms, it was a lot of Spanish. He has a very thick accent.
Yeah.
I cannot. That is the extent of my Bad Bunny knowledge.
Yeah, I'm so disconnected from him, but
He's
he's one of
miserable.
those guys, when he comes into town, he plays at like the huge stadium and you go,
And
man.
sells out.
Yeah, I don't know him, but he's obviously very big. Like, he's obviously got a big following going. So he was on SNL this weekend. It seemed to be well received, I guess. And also he had Pedro Pascal, as Sabrina said, along with him. This is his third appearance on the show, and second time as the show's musical guest. I'll have to catch up with some of those clips. I did not see that this weekend. At the box office, number one with a bullet again, Taylor Swift's live performance. The Eras Tour with like $30 more million for Taylor Swift.
Raking it in.
You know what's weird? In the top 5 was The Nightmare Before Christmas. They're doing that thing where they keep releasing all these older movies.
They did
to
that
the
with
theater.
Hocus Pocus too, from what I understand.
Yeah. Like I guess they're kind of, would Hocus Pocus be a cult film too?
Oh, yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's one of those ones that like you could re-release back in the theaters and people go out in droves to see it. So that made the top 5, $4.1 million. Paw Patrol at number 4, rocking it, man. Most controversial movie on the planet at number 4. Exorcist at number 3, and at number 2 was that Killers of the Flower Moon with Leonardo DiCaprio and a bunch of other super famous people.
Let me tell you what, though. Last night I watched Barbarian for the first time ever. That was the one that Courtney could not get through.
She noped right out of that one, yeah.
And I can understand completely.
It was there was the one scene in particular with old lady goblin mode thing, and it was too much for her.
Full tease.
Yeah, she has some dangling boobs. You got to watch this, Josh. But it was too much for Courtney. Somebody afterwards was like, I watched it. It wasn't scary at all. And I'm like, well, you have a different level of scary than Courtney is prepared for.
Oh,
She doesn't have
this.
this.
Made up of nightmares. I will see that giant naked woman once again in my dreams.
I want to hear from somebody with the dispatch today who saw this Killers of a Flower Moon, because the funny thing that I heard is, continuing his resurgence, Brendan Fraser is in Killers of a Flower Moon, the Martin Scorsese film with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Did anyone get his coffee?
And
thank you.
From what I hear, he plays this character who has like a real particular accent. And somebody said every scene that Brendan Fraser is in Killers of a Flower Moon or Killers of the Flower Moon, it's like the Kool-Aid man busted into the scene.
Oh, yeah.
So there's like everybody else, and then his character comes in and like, all right, just whatever.
It's me, Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser busts into the scene and just makes everything awkward as hell. So I want to hear from somebody who saw that this weekend. Give us your review and tell us how Brendan Fraser did in that. I'm a big fan, even though, did you guys see Whale, the movie he was in?
No.
Oh, my God.
Because from what I understand, it's like, it's great, but it's prepare
Sad.
yourself to be sad.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not ready
it's
for that.
Sad, brilliant acting, and you believe everything that he's going through, and you're like, nobody else could have done this role. But, oh, man, yeah, it does kind of get you right there in the sad spot. So join us on the show today with your dispatches. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to hit record on your first dispatch today. When we come back, I want to talk about what happened at a Dave Chappelle appearance or comedy show over the weekend.
Oh, boy.
I guess he said some things on stage, and people were like, oh, my God. And they clutched their pearls, and they headed out of the auditorium. You know, he gets paid either way, right? Like, he's still keeping the money, whether you leave or if you stay. It doesn't matter to him. He's still doing okay. But we'll see what he said, what he got into, and what people's reaction was to this performance from Dave Chappelle this weekend. It's pretty wild. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Someday, Alexa will know everything. Alexa, how do I get rid of a deadbeat roommate?
Try poisoning them.
But until then, tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4 this morning, you can expect delays eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Slowdowns between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Travel with caution. There's an accident off to the side on I-4 westbound after Lake Mary Boulevard. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. There's delays due to an accident on Oak Ridge Road eastbound west of Weingard Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Warehouse of Kissimmee.
It's the Bedhead Sale at Mattress Warehouse. Come in with your best or worst bedhead and save up to 50% on any mattress. So where would you look to find the perfect mattress? In a little mattress store or a mattress warehouse? Visit mattresswarehouse.com.
Now, you can relive the greatest moments from our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Lenny Kravitz kicks things off with his biggest hits.
Foo Fighters get the whole crowd singing along.
Tim McGraw debuts his new song live.
Public Enemy brings the 90s hip-hop energy.
Fall Out Boy covers a classic while literally on fire. And so much more.
Relive the greatest moments from our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming now only on Hulu for a limited time.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly, so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Identity theft shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, more than $29 billion were stolen last year alone. That's a criminal success story and a wake-up call for everyone else. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock makes it easy to help protect yourself if you become a victim. A dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. Join now and save up to 25% your first year with my name, Clay, as your promo code at LifeLock.com, promo code Clay.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
It happens every day. Regular people are winning every single day. Whether it's $500 or $50,000, anybody can win. Because when they win, I feel like I'm winning.
Hi, my name is Kong. I won over $100,000 playing Baccarat. You can pick banker or player, and if you pick the right side, the odds in your favor.
My name is Janelle, and I won a brand new BMW. I screamed, I hollered. That's me, that's me.
Anybody could win at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Must be 21 to play slots or table games. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Oh, this cold.
Honey?
Honey?
Honey, you need DayQuil Severe Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste. Because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
No, I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Fall is here, and I'm running out of year. So I'm throwing a Cartoberfest. It's the biggest car party in the world, and the most fun way to buy a nice new car. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. I'm gonna liven up my sales, so I'm giving you $7,775 over appraised value for your old ride. Come to my car garden and pick out any nicer, newer car you want, and get $7,775 over appraised value based on the car you choose. Get a new Mitsubishi Mirage, greenest gas car in America, 43 miles per gallon for $14,900. Or look at the new Outlander, the safest, most affordable 7-passenger SUV for only $26,900. And all RC Hill Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Past credit problems are the worst, but don't feel like a wiener. I'm going to help you get approved and even lower your current car payment. We have hundreds of new and used vehicles to choose from, so don't be tardy to this car party. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. Visit us at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Requires bank approval. Dealer retains all incentives. Vehicle purchase price affects discount.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Everything gets better when you're a Dunkin' Rewards member. Yes, even Mondays, because every Monday of this month, you get a free medium, hot, or iced coffee with purchase. Not a member? Join on the app. Order now for a better Monday. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 per member per Monday. Additional charges, exclusions, and terms may apply. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
At Bank of America, there's one question we ask our customers to learn what matters most. It's not, how much money do you have? It's not even, how much money would you like to have? No. Our question isn't about money. It's about you and what you want to achieve. Because that's what's most important. So, what would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC equal credit opportunity lender.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. Dan Patrick takes a gamble. DP is living vicariously through his buddy Bad Larry and graphics guy Dylan as they make weekly picks on college football and NFL. Unbreakable with Jay Glazer. Jay talks directly with you and does regular check-ins regarding his own battles with mental health. Up on Game. NFL greats LeVar Arrington, TJ Hushmanzada, and Plexico Burris take on the latest hard-hitting sports topics for athletes while welcoming guests from the world of sports and entertainment. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
No payments until 2024 with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. GRAND. G-R-A-N-D. That's GRAND. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Look into this story about Dave Chappelle. People left his show this weekend. They were very upset about what we'll find out in just a moment. But I saw this today and I was like, oh my God, I shouldn't read this story. I shouldn't read this story. But I did, regardless. And so
brave.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I see a story like this, my brain goes to bad places, and I don't want to think about it, and I don't want to be in that world.
But here we are.
I have to drag both of you with me. Okay, that's just the way it's going to work here.
Let's do it. Happy Monday.
They said the world's oldest dog has died at the age of, how old do you think? Oldest dog in the world just died.
18
years old. What about you, Joe?
Can I recuse myself because I saw this story?
Oh, you did? Yes. Okay, all right.
Thank you for being honest.
18 for Josh. Just for the record, 31 years old.
Oh, my God.
This dog. 31 years old. It was an Australian cattle dog, which I've seen those before. Pretty adorable. This dog was born on the 11th of May, 1992. and was recognized by Guinness World Records as the oldest dog ever.
Okay, I want to know, was it having a great dog life up until the last year or so, or has it been on death's bed for the last decade?
That's exactly where my head went. I was like, we have these people around us who go to the same park we do, and where we walk lady, and these people, they bring this dog over. I don't know what kind of dog it is, okay? Some kind of mutt or whatever. And this dog is 11 years old. And when they bring the dog out, they open the back of their vehicle and pick it up and put it, like they got an SUV, so they open like the hatchback thing. And they pick it up and they put it on the ground, and the dog like wobbles around, goes over like right into the grass, goes to the bathroom, and then they pick it up and they put it back in the car. And I go, oh my God, this poor dog is really not doing very well.
It's like going to the nursing home. All right, Grandma, let's wheel you out in the courtyard for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and you're like, they're still alive, but they're not having a great time.
They don't want to be alive.
Not necessarily, yeah. So this dog was 31 years old. I think it was doing okay up until the end. They said despite outliving every dog in history, his 11,478 days on Earth would never be enough for those who loved him. Godspeed, Bobby. You taught the world all you were meant to teach. And this was in Portugal where this was. Sad story to begin this. The dog was born in an outhouse. That's bad enough. With 3 siblings, but Mr. Costa said the puppies had to be put down as his family had too many animals.
But this one lived till 30?
This one stayed around, and 31 years old was how old the dog got. Which,
perhaps out of spite.
Maybe. I said, I'm going to live as long as all these dogs will live.
You killed all my siblings. I'm going to make your life a living hell for 30 years.
I don't know if the math is right on this, but Lee Road on YouTube says that's 217 in dog years. If that's correct, that's pretty insane. I mean, you don't see dogs get that old. With Lady, I'm just thinking like, can we get, like I start thinking things that are ridiculous. I'm like, can we get 20 years out of Lady? We're not going to get 20 years out of Lady. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. But you dream of it. You try to think that could be
if only.
Yeah, if only that could be the case. I hope old Scrape and Carl, they both lived to 1 million years old. Outlive this dog. Well, that's what I call Josh's dog, even though it's Rigby. It's Rigby. I said it looks like a Scrape. Like his dog looks like a little tough guy dog. He looks
Scrap, you mean?
No, Scrape. Like he was, if he was a prisoner with a nickname, he'd have like some sort of hard name, and he's been around. He's seen things.
If you fall on the concrete, you get a scrape. If you're going to fight someone in the streets, you scrap.
No, I'm not talking about scrapping. I'm talking about like a guy who has been through stuff and he's got scrapes, and he looks like he's seen the world in a different way than the rest of us.
Right, he's a wiener dog with the personality of a Hell's Angel.
You know what I'm talking about, though. That dog has swagger.
It does.
He has a little bit of swagger to him, and he has that color theme. What's the color theme that he is called?
Calico.
No. Oh, I forgot what it is, but it's
swirl. It's a swirl, like with vanilla and chocolate and a little caramel.
No, that's not it. There's another name for it. I can't remember. So Dave Chappelle had a show this weekend. Before we get to your dispatches, we'll talk about this. You can send those over at thenewsjunkie.com. And I love when stuff like this happens because there's a lot of people at this Dave Chappelle show. It's in the TD Garden Arena. There's a ton of people in the audience. Everybody's having a good time. But what does Dave Chappelle do? Dave Chappelle talks about things that are going on in the world. He talks about things in the news. When people were talking about the transgender stuff, he weighed in on that. Some people loved it. Some people hated it. Now, the weird thing is, I think it might be some of the people who liked what he was saying when he was talking about the transgender stuff. Then he goes on to talk about the new thing. And he's talking about Israel and Palestine. And he criticized the United States for backing what he called Israel's war crimes against Palestinians. And a bunch of people started walking out.
Oh, boy.
And people started booing. And I always find this funny because I'm like, when he said something that lined up with your view of the world, you're like, hell yeah, speak out, Dave Chappelle. Tell them, let them know what's going on. When he says something that you disagree with, you go, I can't stand for this. I'm leaving. I'm taking my stuff and I'm getting out of this arena right now. Said the controversial comic made the remarks during a show at the TD Garden on Thursday. He condemned Hamas's attack, but that wasn't enough, just condemning it. He went on to talk about Israel and what they were doing. People in the crowd started giving pushback. Some people started leaving. Somebody said, "Shut up. How dare you?" You cannot disagree with me on this. And I've seen a lot of that. There'll be people that I agree with for the most part with some of their takes on Israel and Palestine and Gaza and all that. But if they hear somebody that disagrees with them, they just shout them down. It's like, hey, people are allowed to have different opinions on stuff, and opinions are dumb most of the time. And the folks who were listening to this, they thought Dave Chappelle's opinions are dumb. Sit there for a second, wait till it gets the next joke about something else, and enjoy yourself, for God's sake. You paid a lot for that ticket, I would imagine. Let's go over to you. Let's see what's happening in your world. You can join us on the show with the Dispatch, and we've got Jackie joining us. She is giving us a review, as asked, about the Killers of the Flower Moon movie. Here's Jackie.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm the one who gave you a hard time of it being so long.
Jackie.
The movie being so long last week and how he would need a bathroom break. I thought it was going to be great. I saw it the preview night last Thursday night, and it was... You could tell it needed to be that long for people who know nothing about the story. Mm-hmm. It was really good, but it was very sad, and I felt like at the end, even though it's a true story, there was no redemption really for that family and the situation. But yeah, Brendan Fraser pops in, and you're kind of surprised because it's the last bit of the movie, and you can tell he's Mr. Fat Suit Man because he just got done filming The Whale. You could tell it's around the same time.
Oh, they made him
he
fat
definitely
again?
was a surprise, and it's like, whoa. That is him.
What's up, fatty?
But yeah, the movie's very good, but Sean, don't sacrifice your bladder. Definitely wait for it to come at home, but it is good.
A little bit of a break there.
Long enough for me to get horny.
A little bit of a pause there.
At home.
I'll tell you this. I love Leonardo DiCaprio, okay?
Why don't you marry him?
Oh,
No,
God, I was
can't.
about to say that.
I'm too old, I guess. And I like so many movies that Leonardo DiCaprio has been in. Shutter Island, The Beach, all of them. I like all these movies. And I'm not a What's Eating Gilbert Grape guy, but
huge fan of that.
the rest of them I really like.
He didn't go full I Am Sam, but close enough.
He was teetering right on the edge of that one. I really like Catch Me If You Can, another one. I really like so many of those movies. And so many of Leonardo DiCaprio's movies to me were rewatchable, which I love a movie where you finish it and you go, I could watch that every year or so. Like I could revisit that movie. Like Home Alone is an incredibly rewatchable movie for me. I enjoy it. We watch it every single Christmas season. So I like movies like that. But Leonardo DiCaprio, at some point along the way, decided to stop doing rewatchable movies. He does movies like, I remember going to see The Revenant, right? And watch The Revenant in movie theaters. And I go, this movie is really well filmed. And he got inside of a bear. And I'm watching everything. And I go, this is well done, well acted. I'm never going to watch this again. You don't.
You got to set aside 3 hours.
Yeah, it's too long. And it's like, there's not enough fun happening. Everything's pretty miserable when you watch some of those movies, I don't know. I'll watch it for sure. When it comes out on demand, I'll get into it. But right now, I'm not hauling ass for it. Here is Swilly talking about Disc Camp. I think it's the people who are members of the News Junkie fan Discord who made their way out to do some camping event this weekend.
Hey, everybody. Happy today.
Hey.
Over the weekend, we all piled out to Titusville. Went to Manatee Hammock Campground for the second annual Disc Camp 2 Electric Boogaloo. Mm-hmm. It was a good crowd. We had AJ Soup and Xander and Chi-Town and Coalac and me. And then on Saturday, Loose Neutral and Aventosaurus showed up to hang out for the day.
Oh, cool.
It was a great time. There was a lot of drinking, a lot of eating, and a lot of napping. It was great.
You're napping on a camping site?
It was also really great to come back home and sleep in a real bed and not a tiny peewee bitty baby tent.
I got to tell you, I would never, if I was camping with a bunch of people, I would never take a nap. I would never, ever take a nap.
What do you think is going to happen?
People are going to mess with me. They're going to do something to attract the bear into my tent. There's going to be a lot of bad things that could come from this.
Your own personal The Revenant.
Yeah, it would be, actually. Yeah, I'm worried about that. John says, Sean is wrong about Dave Chappelle. All right, John, let's see what you got.
Okay, so it's okay for somebody to have a different opinion than you. What's not okay is when I go and pay good money to go see a comedian, like I'm going to go see Matt Rife in New York in February. If I go to see him and he starts talking about the war in Israel, I'm going to be pissed because I did not go to a news show. I went to a comedy show.
Yeah.
That's just like when one of the other shows on this station starts talking about serious news. That particular show I listen to for the comedy value, not for the serious news value. It's fine that they had a different opinion than mine. I don't care about that. But the fact was, I was not looking for that at that time. Just like those people at Dave Chappelle aren't looking for that. A comedy show is an escape. It's not a, I don't know. If you want to have an opinion like that and you're a comedian, don't do it at a show.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Make it curated for me.
Here's why you're dumb, John. Let me just...
Start your bit?
Yeah, let me just hit you with how I think you're wrong about this.
Type two.
Dave Chappelle is not just a regular comedian like you would say Matt Rife is a comedian, right? Matt Rife is a comedian. What do you know him for? You know him for the TikTok videos where he's doing crowd work. Maybe you've seen other little stand-up bits from him.
He's dreamy.
He's a dreamy guy. You know Matt Rife for that stuff. What do you know Dave Chappelle for? Dave Chappelle's big thing is, like Chris Rock, social commentary. He gives commentary on what's happening in the world at the point in time when he's doing his stand-up gigs. And so all the time he's talking about whatever's happening in society. It's just that this time you don't like the thing he's talking about in society, or you don't like his take on it. It's not the same as Matt Rife doing it, because Matt Rife, you wouldn't expect that from him. You should expect it from Dave Chappelle. When Black Lives Matter stuff was going on, what was Dave Chappelle talking about? He's talking about that. When the transgender stuff was going on, he was talking about that. Whatever's going on in social commentary, Dave Chappelle has some sort of take on it. And so I don't think it would be out of line for him to discuss that kind of stuff. I understand what you're saying, where people are like, look, I came to watch a football game, not get a bunch of political commentary. That would be different. I think in a Dave Chappelle atmosphere, you should expect this a little bit more. Let me know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, there was a big mistake on the Jumbotron of a college football game this weekend. This is one that you don't want to make, but they did anyhow. What is it? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Check out our new Threads at Real Radio 104.1 on Threads. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey everyone, Jamie King, Fox 35 Storm Center. Central Florida weather for you today. Look for a mix of sun and clouds, warm highs in the mid-80s. Breezy out of the northeast for the afternoon. Looks like at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. For tonight, not bad. Some mid-upper 60s, a few scattered clouds around. And for the remainder of our days ahead, looks like we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. The general outlook brings low to mid-80s for highs and overnight lows down through the upper 60s. Rain-free skies. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Jeff Martin Auctioneers is hosting a public auction in Kissimmee on October 31st and November 1st, featuring construction and farm equipment, trucks, trailers, and more. Bid your way live on-site or online at jeffmartinauctioneers.com. Experience the difference. License AU 4483.
Well, it's getting a little cooler out there, and if your air conditioner just barely limped to summer's finish line, now is the perfect time for you to reach out to the folks at Mills Air. They will send over one of their great technicians. They're super helpful, they're very honest, and they're incredibly knowledgeable. They will look at your AC up and down and let you know what's going on. Is it ready for the winter months? Is it going to be ready next year? Is it on the verge of just completely breaking? These are all important things as a homeowner that you need to know. They've been doing this for a very long time, since 1992. That's 30 years plus of experience in keeping Central Florida cool. And they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's their phone number, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler.
My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
Check the mail for Valpak, and you could be an instant winner. That's right. Tucked in with those coupons is your chance to win big. From cash and gift cards to attraction and concert tickets. Every month is something new with prizes for the whole family. Go ahead, open that blue envelope of savings to see if you've won. Because with Valpak Instant Win, there's nothing to buy or do to cash in. Just thousands of real winners winning real prizes, no strings attached. No purchase necessary, void or prohibited. Prizes are randomly inserted. See specially marked Valpak envelopes for details.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight.
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Summer road trip season doesn't have to end. With the Autio app, every drive can still feel like an adventure.
I've discovered more about my hometown through the Autio app than I ever did growing up here.
The Autio app automatically delivers captivating stories about the natural wonders and fascinating histories just beyond your car window. Plus, you can download stories to listen to offline. Rediscover America your way with Autio. Available on iOS and Android.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
They are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Walt Disney World Resort is hiring. Explore a variety of full-time and part-time roles at the heart of the magic and enjoy great benefits like complimentary theme park admission, exclusive discounts, and more. Apply today at waltdisneyworld.jobs.
Decided I am never, ever going to stay at an Airbnb. I'm never going to do it. Even though I've stayed at somebody else's Airbnb for a short time when Celine was having his bachelor party.
Good times.
I would never get an Airbnb. And there's so many of these stupid stories about not only from the person's side who's renting one, from the person's side who's renting them out, there's like horror stories about this. And you see some of these, like there was one receipt that somebody released, and it shows, you can see this in front of me here. It says the night at the Airbnb was $185. Okay, not that bad. It might have been a nice place. That's cool. And there was like a special discount offer, so you get $37 off. So, 140 something. And then they said the cleaning fee was added. The cleaning fee on a $185 a night place was $225, which is stupid and ridiculous and insane. And the Airbnb service fee is $52. And then there's $26 in taxes. So your one night stay at an Airbnb that was supposed to be about $150 is $451.77. What are we doing here? Yeah, no, thank you. And that doesn't even bring into place the situation like Sabrina had to deal with, where there's a million rules and the people are weirdos.
Yeah.
That are renting out the place to you. Like, there's this weird thing with Airbnb people where Airbnb owners seem to think like, I'll maybe let you in my house, but here's the 11,000 rules that you have to abide by.
One of which, in my experience, the recent one was you can't cook bacon, you can't spray cologne.
Right.
Don't even dare try to make some sort of fillet of fish in this house, or you'll be charged $500.
You imagine, like, when you go to a hotel, the only rooms are like, don't smoke in your room.
Right.
The only rules are like very simple things. Like, hey, please don't throw hotel room furniture over the balcony. If you could not do that, that would be amazing. And our Airbnb, it's like, please, no shoes in the house and only one person on the couch at a time.
Yeah, you only can breathe between the hours of 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. After that, we're going to charge you.
Basically. And then I see that Airbnb hosts on Reddit, there was somebody that got dunked on by somebody who was staying at their place. It says, we had a guest who was booked to stay 6 nights at a decent rate. Then she canceled her stay for a full refund. Then a few days later, after we drastically reduced the rate so we could get a last-minute booking, she rebooked the place for much less than her original reservation. She was the whole reason why we were forced to reduce the rate. Now she wants to alter the reservation again one less night. This is beginning not to be worth it. And I feel like I got scammed by this guest in a way. It was almost like they planned it. She had her calendar blocked off for months, and then knowing she was just outside of the 5-day window our moderate policy allows, she cancels for a full refund, only to wait for us to reduce it. So if you don't follow that, here's what she did. This woman said, I'm going to book a stay. Let's say she's going to book a stay at Josh's Airbnb.
Yeah,
right?
come on in.
It's Sabrina, and she's going to book a stay at Josh's Airbnb.
Great times.
And Sabrina plans it out for December 25th. She's going to be staying there
Christmas
through like
Day.
the 30th, right? That's you're going to spend your Christmas in this Airbnb.
We'll
Not
do
bad.
presents.
You can cancel your Airbnb up to 6 days beforehand or whatever, and she does that. If you cancel it 6 days beforehand, you get a full refund, and the person gets nothing out of it. So they go, oh damn, let's reduce the rate by a lot, so we'll make it real cheap, so somebody will book it. And they reduced the rate by a lot, and then she rebooked it for her vacation at the lower rate. So she kind of finagled them into bringing the price way
Called
down.
loopholes, thank you.
Which is a big fat loophole. And this whole situation is rife with problems when it comes to Airbnbs. I'm never doing one of these things. You couldn't pay me to go to one of these Airbnbs. I just can't bring myself to do it. Hotels are great. Why did everybody rebel against the hotels? Hotels are awesome. You know what's awesome?
What?
Room service.
Oh,
Room
yeah.
service is awesome. Hotels got all the amenities you can ask for. You sit up there and you watch TV in your room in a nice comfy bed, not in somebody else's bed. And I guess, there's been other people in that bed.
There's probably been a lot more people in that bed.
All right, that's a fair point. Otherwise, Airbnbs lose, I think. Before we go to you and your dispatches, there was a bit of an accident this weekend during the college football games. And I don't know exactly how this happened, but I'm sure they are regretting it at the moment because Michigan State is now apologizing for showing Adolf Hitler's image as a part of a pregame quiz on their Jumbotron. They said, sorry about that. Hitler in Austria, his birthplace, flashed on the video boards long enough for some on social media to share what was going on. The photo of this is like, how on earth could you ever do this? This is what it looked like when it was up on the big screen in the stadium. It just shows Hitler and it says Austria. And you're like, what? What are you doing, man?
As somebody who works in production at a major sports stadium, we'll call it, this is reviewed hours before.
Yeah, they don't wing this stuff.
Maybe even quadruple check that all of the things that are going to be part of the games that they do in between the quarters or whatever, that everything works well.
Anytime there's any downtime, they have like something fun to do, and like this doesn't seem that fun to me.
But that got the approval of tens of people.
I guess so. They said MSU is aware, that's Michigan State University, that inappropriate content by a third-party source was displayed on the video board prior to the start of tonight's football game. We are deeply sorry for the content that was displayed, as this is not representative of our institutional values. MSU will not be using the third-party source. Who's this third-party source you're throwing under the bus here? Going forward, and will implement stronger screening and approval procedures for all video board content in the future. It's a pregame quiz. Maybe keep the Hitler out of the pregame quiz. I'll put that up on See It Now on thenewsjunkie.com in just a bit so everybody can take a look at that. Let's hear what you got going on. A lot of people chiming in about Chappelle and about Brendan Fraser and all sorts of different things. Here's Guitar Slinger on Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser had a resurgence on a show on HBO Max called The Doom Patrol. It's kind of a real dysfunctional set of misfit superheroes, but you didn't see too much of Brendan Fraser because he was a robot. His brain was put into a robot. So, but he does. He's on all the seasons. Pretty good.
He's done a lot more stuff, it seems, in the last couple of years. There was a period of time where he wasn't doing that much.
He was out for a while because he had like a really contentious divorce and custody fight,
did he?
I believe, with his ex-wife.
So he wanted to get out of the spotlight for a while?
I think she was like taking all his money and trying to get pieces of his contracts and stuff.
Well, he had to go back to make some more in the Flowers of the Whatever Moon.
Killers of the Flower.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
The Flowers of the Prettiest Moon.
Sounds a lot nicer the other way. Here is Chaos talking about Dave Chappelle.
Yo, what is up?
Hey.
Sean, Sabrina. Hey, Josh, how you doing?
I'm well.
Doing?
Hello.
I just want to remind everybody that's angry at Dave Chappelle over his commentary. He's rich, bitch!
True.
So rich.
He's still doing all right.
Did he finish his Netflix thing already? Wasn't that the deal, or was that Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler was the one who had like the multi-movie picture deal, but Dave Chappelle had some kind of big deal with Netflix too.
Was it like 3 specials?
Yeah, that's stand-up specials, and I don't know if he's done all of those yet. I'm just saying, like, whether you agree with Dave Chappelle or disagree with Dave Chappelle, this is literally what he does. It's what he's done always. Like when he did the Chappelle Show, you didn't think the Chappelle Show is a lot of social commentary? Of course it was. Yeah, there's all kinds of social commentary wrapped up in that. And some people will be like, yeah, well, now it's not funny anymore. That happens. Sometimes, comedian, you grow in a different direction than they do and you don't like them anymore. That happens. And sometimes you go, I don't get it. I don't think they're funny. And that happens too. And then other people enjoy it and you don't. That was the case for me and bless his soul, Dane Cook. I just never understood what was going on there. I would watch Dane Cook and I would not laugh.
He also just completely stopped writing new material. He was like the greatest hits.
He was
guy.
doing the greatest hits.
Stop with the new material, up the a little bit of Botox right there.
Yeah. He seems like a nice
His
guy.
very nice. Eyebrows haven't moved in 5 years.
Doesn't he have a teenage girlfriend?
He has a very young girlfriend. He does have
What
a
do you
very
mean?
young girlfriend.
What do you mean by teenage?
Like 18.
He's been very defensive about this. I think she may, is she 18?
She's an old soul.
She's like 19, maybe.
She's very young. And is he in his 50s?
I think his whole set is older than his girlfriend.
That's totally true. There was a point in time where Dane Cook's career kind of broke on him. And that point was he was blowing
51.
up. Is he really? 51 years old. He was blowing up on MySpace at the time. He was like the biggest thing going on MySpace. His specials are all over the place. He's just printing money. And then he really started to do a big public push because he wanted to get the role that Shia LaBeouf got in the Transformers movies. He wanted to be in that movie. And he had a early on podcast. And on the podcast, he was like just kind of begging for this role in the Transformers movie. And they did not pick him. And after that, the wheels fell off.
Why would they pick him?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like
the
a
guy
good fit.
from the hit film Employee of the Month.
Right, yeah. Let's go over to I'm a PC. This is I'm out of breath from digging holes. Okay.
Did she just call Sean Tiny Bladder Watson?
No.
Because first it's tiny hands, now it's tiny eyes, now it's tiny bladder. I guess I just call him Sean Tiny Watson.
My bladder is enormous, sir. I can assure you, because I drink a lot of water at night,
Biggest
and then in
bladder.
the morning is a big bladder. It's
Huge
full.
bladder.
I don't know if you can measure bladders. I don't know if I can get like some procedure done where they take a look and they prove it to you.
Yeah,
but
sorry, Doc. Just here to measure it. Don't tell me what's wrong. Just get a good measurement.
I'm not necessarily here for medical advice. I just would like a photograph with some sort of ruler overlay so you could tell me how big my bladder is. Thank you very much. Here is Junk Dog with a dispatch about dogs. Hello?
Hey, News Junkies.
Hey.
Regarding the dog that died at 31, I have a dog that is turning 11 years old this week, and my dog is still running every day, plays Frisbee, has tons of energy. I think it has a lot to do with what you feed the dog, which my dog has eaten the same food all its life, no people food, and how much exercise they get. So that 11-year-old dog at the park, he hadn't been eating very good probably and hadn't been exercising. They'll live a long time if you treat them well, just like humans.
You know, I don't know if this is a thing that dogs do on purpose, but Lady always does this. If I'm sitting there and I'm eating a sandwich and I got like some pretzels, Lady loves pretzels, and she'll sit there perfectly still in front of me and give me this look. And she wants one of those pretzels so damn bad that I will just fling a pretzel across the room and she'll go and eat it. And if you can resist that,
Dogs will eat anything. What are you talking about?
You know, Courtney put down a piece of lettuce the other day and Lady ate it.
Dogs will eat things with flavor. Lettuce is water that's crunchy.
She put down some lettuce and the lady just goes, and then thought about it afterwards, I guess. Like, what did I just consume right now?
When I first got Carl, like I was trying to be really good about what he was eating. Like as far as table scraps, it wasn't really something that he was being handed to all the time. Then I bring him out for the first time in public. It's like an outside patio situation. There's a bunch of douchebags out. They see the dog. His kid wants to pet it. And while the kid's petting it, and I'm talking to his kid, he hands Carl, who's a 5-pound Yorkie, half a hamburger.
It's like half the size of his body.
I'm like, oh, okay, so my dog's going to choke and die right in front of your kid. That's great for the rest of his life. What were you
didn't
thinking?
even ask you, and he just put the food down?
He gave him half a hamburger without even, like, second-guessing it. That I had to be like, all right, cool, can't wait to get bit by my dog so that he doesn't choke. You and your stupid-ass kid need to get away from me right now.
Yeah, that's a big no to give
He's like,
somebody
what's the
else's
big
dog.
deal, man? I'm like, it's the size of his head, sir.
You know, I love when people do that kind of thing where they do something weird in public and they're like, God, what are you so upset about? What's the big deal? And you go,
well,
you're the one who's weird. I'm not being weird in this moment. You're the one who's being weird. People do that way too much.
Sick of it.
Like clueless people wandering through life and they go, well, let me just hand this dog some food.
80% of adults are not self-aware.
Yeah.
Poster child was the guy who gave the hamburger to Carl.
You don't do that. When we come back, our good friend Amy Caulfield will be joining the show. Amy Caulfield from Fox 35 to let us know what's happening out there in the world and in hers. So we'll hear from her coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a little
Holiday magic.
is just minutes away, and brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Travel with caution and expect delays in both directions, eastbound and westbound, due to an accident on Colonial Drive at John Young Parkway. The right lanes are blocked. The right lane is blocked on State Road 408 due to an accident eastbound at Orange Avenue, exit 10. And watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on Highway 1792 southbound after Lee Road at Webster Avenue. The right lane is blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa has pizza. Wawa has pizza. It's freshly made, tastes great, and you can get it late. Right now, there's a $0 delivery fee when you order Wawa Pizza at Wawa.com or on the Wawa app. Gotta have a Wawa.
This weekend, we went back to Primrose Lanes. Oh, my goodness. The menu, you got to look at the menu for Primrose Lanes. Go to their website, primroselanes.com. It is stacked with so many delicious options, and they take care of us. The breakfast sandwich they have, oh, my God. Get the breakfast sandwich there and then report back to me, because you are going to fall in love with this. The hot dog, of course, is world famous, and so many other items that they have, including appetizers. I love to go to a place where you look at the menu and it's a battle over which thing you want to pick, because there's so many good options. That's how it is at Primrose Lanes. This is an amazing, amazing restaurant, an entertainment destination. They had the games on over the weekend, this huge room with these big, expensive, comfy chairs, and it's so, so relaxing at Primrose Lanes. And then if you want to go bowling, they have the best bowling alley I've ever been to in my life. It's got all the latest technology, makes things really easy, and it's fun. So go have some fun. You deserve this. They got happy hour every weekday with half-off cocktails. The original lanes have been restored for bowling. You can reserve your lane today. Go to primroselanes.com.
This Halloween, let us trick you into treating yourself. Fort Fritz returns. An hour-long special gets spooky at 9 p.m. Halloween night on Real Radio 104.1.
Stella Artois wants to know, who would you have dinner with? Join the Stella team at the Wilson in Celebration inside the Melia Celebration Hotel this Friday, October 26th from 6 until 8 for an opportunity to let them know who you would have dinner with, past, present, or future, and why. Then start your dinner with a complimentary Stella Artois and chalice. Just snap the QR code for details on your chance to win dinner on Stella from one of 10 participating restaurants. Let's do dinner, and as always, let's start with a Stella.
13 Days of Halloween Penance, Season 4 of the award-winning horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
If I am under arrest, you have to tell me what I'm charged with.
Starring Natalie Morales of Parks and Recreation and Dead to Me.
Please, there's been some kind of mistake. I'm not supposed to be here.
How do you know?
I'm innocent.
Are any of us truly innocent?
Premiering October 19th, ending Halloween. Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Floridians, do you know how close you are to freshness? Fresh from Florida is local produce grown by farmers right here in our own state. It's always fresh, always in season, and always mouth-wateringly good. Look for the Sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for it by name where you shop.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, tells us about the advantages the speed of audio production affords their growing tech company.
At Moderna, we have a mindset saying that we pivot fearlessly. And I think with audio, you can pivot fearlessly. You can go where the news is and bringing in content that perhaps you didn't have a few weeks earlier. It's less 6 months in advance or 3 months in advance when you do a TVC. You're able to create really nimble content, which I think in this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Help keep our communities safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Identity theft shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, more than $29 billion were stolen last year alone. That's a criminal success story and a wake-up call for everyone else. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock makes it easy to help protect yourself if you become a victim. A dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. Join now and save up to 25% your first year with my name, Clay, as your promo code at LifeLock.com, promo code Clay.
They are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Once you get your hot stuff freshly grilled right in front of you at Jersey Mike's, I'll tell you, there's no going back to anything else. That'd be like going back to calling your friend on their home phone.
Hello, McDougal residence.
Hi, can Jerry come to Jersey Mike's?
Jerry! May I ask who's calling?
It's Danny.
It's Donnie! Pick up the phone! Yoo-hoo!
You know what? I'll call him when the cell phone gets invented. Nope. There's no going back once you get it freshly grilled. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
It's Monday, and it is time, my favorite time of the week, to hang out with our friend Amy Caulfield from Fox 35. There she is.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, how are you? Looking great over there.
I'm
new
good.
setup.
I'm good. I missed you guys last week.
Yeah,
Thanks
we missed
for giving
you.
me the week off.
Where were you? What'd you go do?
Nothing. I'm just,
Oh my
I had to
God,
burn a
that's
few
the
days
greatest.
off, and I just had stuff around the house to do. So I cleaned out closets and reorganized some stuff and made some trips to Goodwill, fun
Any
stuff.
sort of relaxing.
Yeah,
No
I mean,
such thing. No such thing.
you don't tend to get a very relaxing day that often, I don't
No.
think. I think
But still
Like
such
never.
a great attitude, though. Like, if
Yeah.
I don't
But
get
it's okay.
every couple weeks, if I don't have a full day of not doing anything at all,
Mm-hmm.
it is
Yeah.
very clear during the show that next week.
You need that
just
recharge
struggle.
day. It's good for you.
And I don't have children.
Well, Amy,
Sabrina,
yeah,
making strides on Saturday. Are you going to come down and say hi?
That's the plan, my gal. I
Okay,
would love to.
Okay, we'll be there.
I went last year.
I'd love to see all of you, but last year Sabrina made a special appearance, so we were super excited.
The big breast cancer walk at Lake Eula that they do every single year.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I went and I had considered bringing Carl. I think this year is going to be the year if I can get him some little pink wings or something.
Hope you do.
Oh, yeah.
it'd be so cute.
I know one
Okay.
time we were driving around and I was like, what's going on over here? And we ran into that breast cancer walk and I go, oh my God, this is there were so many
it's crazy.
people out at that event. It was really cool to see, even though I was stuck in traffic and that part wasn't the most fun.
Sean,
but-
you should come down.
Yeah, for sure. This is a great event that they do every single year, and it's good that you're a part of that for sure. What's grabbing your attention this week, Amy Caulfield?
You guys, there's all kinds of wild stories today. So we're following some local stories. We're doing a follow-up on such a horrifically tragic story out of Seminole County where this mother on Friday morning pulls up onto the Lake Jessup Bridge on the 417 and jumps and commits suicide
Oh, my
there.
God.
And then Seminole County Sheriff's deputies go back to her home and they find that she had 5-year-old twins in the house
Oh, my God, I
that
saw
were dead.
this.
They said there were no
Oh,
obvious
my
signs of trauma to the
God.
children. So they don't know yet exactly how they died. But, this mom was living in a Habitat for Humanity house. One of the children did have some special needs. They said that the house appeared to be without food, not a lot of food, not a lot of furniture inside the house,
horrific,
and that the
man.
children had not been to school in a week. So, we're just trying to get a little bit more information about what was going on and just hopefully dig into, how something like this happens, how nobody notices that there was such a need.
Yeah, nobody's following up. Like, we haven't heard from her, and to think that those two kids were maybe days that could have been, someone could have checked up on them and wouldn't both be dead.
Yeah, clearly not big enough of a support network in that case, which is so tough to hear. There was a story this weekend, Amy, and I don't know if you were following up on this at all today. If not, just tell me no and we'll move on. But I wanted to know more. And I don't know if, Josh, I don't know if you and Sabrina saw this. For those of you who are listening in other markets, there's a place not too far from where we are right now, where they said that there was a man and a woman that were going for like a walk together or something. And some other person came up to them and insisted that, hey, you guys know me. You know who I am. And then the person shot the woman in the back. And
broad daylight.
Yeah, in broad daylight.
Yeah.
And she ended up dying. And I'm going, this story is so confusing to me. How, like, was this just a random person? Because as far as I had heard, they hadn't even caught the guy.
Yeah, let's look. Okay, so I'm pulling up the update right now. So it says a woman dead after being shot in the back by a man following an argument Orlando Saturday afternoon. Is this the one you're talking about?
Yeah,
Curry
that's
Ford?
it.
Okay, so OPD says a man and woman walking on the sidewalk when they were approached by a man who claimed to know them. Argument ensued. Suspect shot the woman in the back before running off. Woman taken to the hospital. She later died. Oh, gosh, I didn't realize she was only 18. 18-year-old Angeli Rodriguez Torres. Police still searching for the suspect. Yeah, that's the latest information we have. So, yeah, we'll be following up on that, Sean, today. Hopefully get some more information. But, yeah, there's got to be security or surveillance cameras or something in that area that would have caught some of this, I would think. 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yeah,
right?
I would think so. And I was trying to make sense of it. Like, why would somebody come up to this young couple and insist that they know him and then shoot one of the people? There's something about that we don't quite know yet, I think. But that's an interesting one to watch and a terrible story. But what else was on your radar?
Okay, so this is a story here. I'm going to pull. I've actually got this cool little thing where I can show you guys.
Oh, look at this!
Wow. Okay, so I can show you guys stuff on our website. Okay, here, look at this. This is so cool. This is so cool. Okay, so this gal, I'm going to pull up her.
Amy, I'm going to need you to tone it down a little bit. All right,
This is very embarrassing for us right now.
You're trying to outdo our technology over here.
Okay, here we go. So this gal right here, you see her? You see her? Okay. So she apparently was speeding in St. Pete Saturday night. She was clocked going 120 in a 55. She flies past this trooper. So the trooper pulls her over. Okay, you ready? So here's what's going on. Trooper pulls her over. She is arrested as being a habitual traffic offender, resisting an officer with violence and battery on a law enforcement officer, possession of marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia, speeding, no insurance. Her name is Brittany Bianchi. This is her third DUI arrest in 10 years.
Jeez.
And the trooper said that she became violent and was digging her fingernails into him so that the trooper's hands apparently were all cut up from her fingernails as she went kind of crazy.
You know what?
Anyway,
you know it's wild.
That's a weird story.
And I know that this is going to be something. Some people won't admit this, but there's a lot of guys that watch a story like that, Amy, and they'll be like, yeah.
Oh God, Amy, I'm so sorry.
Why are you looking at me?
They're kind of into it, and I go,
You say
what
some
about...
people, it's you creepy dudes.
No, it's not me, okay? It's not me. But whenever we have one of these stories, all these stories come up, and people will be like, oh, yeah, she's hot. And I go, there were like 11 red flags in the story that Amy Caulfield just read to us. I'm like, there were so many things that show you that you should, and they're like, nah, she.
I mean,
I don't
she gets
understand
arrested again, so we can see the same picture. Hot.
It's like, why did you ignore the story and just look at a picture and go, yeah, maybe she's a little wild? And it's like, I don't understand that, but that happens every time we have a story like this.
Don't take her home to mother.
It's like, this is bad. You should stay. She had 3 DUIs in 10 years. She's clawing at the police officer. There's a danger going
still
on
can
here.
afford a
there's
Mercedes.
clearly something going on there.
Yeah.
It goes 120 miles an hour. I think that somebody's helping her.
Yeah.
In a
With
Mercedes,
car
by the way.
payments, yeah.
She racked up the
In a Mercedes.
infractions on that one. Anything else?
Okay, so you guys, spookiest town in the world. And it's located right here in Central Florida. Spookiest town in the world. What do you think?
Casatega.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Woo!
What the hell? I've never even heard of this
I was
place.
going to guess
You've
Bithlo.
never heard of
It's up in
Casadega?
Volusia
Bithlo's
County.
second. Okay,
Sean, you've heard
Casadega.
of Casadega.
I know.
I've heard of Casadega.
I honestly thought it was the South Park restaurant.
No, that's Casa Bonita.
No.
Casa Bonita. Casadega. Why is it supposed to be so scary?
It has been voted the spookiest town in the world, even more spooky than Salem, Massachusetts. So it says that Casadega, which is a community in Volusia County, it's about 8 miles southeast of DeLand, ranked among the spookiest in the United States, according to Far and Wide. And so there's a lot of spooky things about it. But one of the things that's kind of interesting about Casadega is that it is home to a spiritualist camp and probably like the most psychics. I don't know, like concentrated in one area, right? In one place.
Really?
That's all I've heard about it.
Have you guys ever had a psychic reading?
I've had it in the
Yes.
past.
Yeah.
And then Sean, in the last couple years, our first show of the year, like this one and the year prior, he's found someone online to do tarot readings,
Yeah,
which ended up being extremely awkward just for me.
we have a psychic who each year will predict how all of our individual years are going to go.
This year is
And-
supposed to be super lonely for me.
Well,
And she was she was on to something up until recently, so I'll give her half the credit.
You turned it around.
Yeah,
and they
I got
also
another
said
animal.
They also said there was going to be a big change for C-Lane this year. Guess where C-Lane's at right now? He's on paternity leave because he's going to be having a baby in 2 days, probably.
They're inducing Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah,
Can you believe
2
it?
days. I don't know about
I'm
this.
so happy for him.
Can you
Guys, that's
imagine
huge.
C-Lane as a dad, Amy Caulfield?
No, it's a little frightening. But you know what? He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. He's going to fall into it naturally. I
Yeah.
just have a feeling.
You know, that's what I told him. Not that I'm one to dispense any parenting advice ever, but what I was talking to him, I
If
was
Sean
like,
can do it, Celine can do it.
yeah, true.
That's fair.
I'm not going to dispute that. I told him, I was like, you're going to have a million different people give you all kinds of advice on this. And the only thing that I really picked up on was you just figure it out. Like you just go through each thing one at a time and you figure out how to do all the things and then you succeed because there's no failure there. It's your kid. So
Right.
you're not going to,
The baby doesn't know any different.
No.
Yeah.
And babies are, for a little while, they're pretty easy, but then they get really difficult.
I love that
I'm
parenting
excited
advice.
for him. So Wednesday's the big day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So, yeah, I mean, he's going to have the child on Wednesday. We believe him and his wife are going to be induced, and then he'll be off for a couple of weeks.
So we have the next 24 hours to blow up his phone to make sure that we know what
Yeah.
we're doing here. We
Amy,
already had to do
I'll
it
be
the moment
texting
we
him.
started.
Amy, they told us that we're not allowed to contact him while he's on this leave for paternity.
Why?
It's unfair.
Yeah, I don't understand. They said they're
Well,
going to
that's like a corporate thing?
They
Yeah.
limited his email access.
yeah, they
Good
like
thing he has a Gmail.
they cut off all his access to all these different things. And then they go, you cannot contact him. I don't know if it's a legal thing or what it is.
Okay, but as his friend, you can contact him, right? I mean, that's just like, they just don't want you bugging him like for work stuff, right?
We're kind of work friends.
Yeah.
So it's all intertwined.
Never hung out otherwise.
Well, thank you so much for all the updates. And
Oh, love you
Love you,
guys.
Amy.
we always
and huge
love to hang
congrats
out
to
with you.
C-Line. That's so exciting.
Yeah, big week for him. That's real exciting stuff. We'll keep everybody updated with what's
Am
going
I
on.
allowed to text him? It's okay if I
You
do.
can,
right?
yeah.
Totally.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you're in the clear. You're good to go.
Okay.
Just not us for some
But
reason.
if there's a message you could send on our parts, that would be great. Just
Yeah,
be
that's
like,
what we'll have to
yes,
do.
Sean
I got
and
you.
C-Lane, or,
we'll
Sabrina and
have to be
C-Lane.
like,
God damn it.
Does he know
Where's
what he's
C-Lane?
having? Does he know if it's a boy or girl?
Oh, it's
Or
a
is it
boy.
surprise?
Yep.
It's a boy. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
His
It's a
name's
boy.
Sean Jr.
Jackson.
Yep, Jackson.
Oh, Jackson. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. That's so sweet.
So he's going to be Jay Lane.
Jay Lane.
Little Jay Lane is on the way soon. Okay.
So sweet.
Quick break. Thank you so much, Amy
Love you,
Caulfield
Amy.
from
Thank
Fox
you, guys.
35. We love her. She's the best, and you should be watching her every single morning if you're here locally on Fox 35. And no matter where you are, from West Palm Beach to Dallas to everywhere where you can hear this station or this show, Rochester included, you should be checking out fox35orlando.com because it's a great news source and always updated with everything that's happening out there on the internet and around the world. So we'll see you next week, Amy. There she
Love you
goes.
guys.
Back in just a moment. We got to talk about a woman who everything was going well for her until she found out that somebody had demolished her home, which is not something that you want to hear. And that's a big accident. Why did this happen? The reason why may surprise you. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Travel with caution and expect delays in both directions, eastbound and westbound, due to an accident on Colonial Drive at John Young Parkway. The right lanes are blocked. The right lane is blocked on State Road 408 due to an accident eastbound at Orange Avenue, exit 10. And watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on Highway 1792 southbound after Lee Road at Webster Avenue. The right lane is blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Jeff Martin Auctioneers is hosting a public auction in Kissimmee on October 31st and November 1st, featuring construction and farm equipment, trucks, trailers, and more. Bid your way live on-site or online at jeffmartinauctioneers.com. Experience the difference. License AU4483.
It's time to set sail with Victory Casino Cruises and Real Radio for our Halloween comedy gambling cruise on Saturday, October 28th. Enjoy comedy from Real Radio's Ross, Sabrina, and Ryan, and music from DJ Angel. For just $25, you can get boarding, a meal, a live comedy show, and $20 in qualified slot play. We will also be having raffles for free slot play prizes and for concert tickets. Plus, come dress in your best Halloween costume for our contest to win free slot play prizes. Boarding starts at 5:30 p.m. and the ship sets sail at 7 p.m. sharp. Come join us on Victory Casino Cruises in Port Canaveral on Saturday, October 28th. For more information and to get your tickets, go to realradio.fm/victory. That's realradio.fm/victory.
Now you can relive the greatest moments from our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Lenny Kravitz kicks things off with his biggest hits.
Foo Fighters get the whole crowd singing along.
Tim McGraw debuts his new song live.
Public Enemy brings the 90s hip-hop energy.
Fall Out Boy covers a classic while literally on fire. And so much more.
Relive the greatest moments from our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming now only on Hulu for a limited time.
West 2 News, now here for you at 7 p.m. Because breaking news doesn't wait for the right time.
News never stops.
And that's why our team keeps going.
We're adding more coverage of what matters most to Central Florida. The big stories that will have you talking. An accurate forecast you can depend on. Stuart Moore, Michelle Imperato, Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 7 p.m. Local, live, late breaking.
We're bringing you access like nobody else.
Hey everyone, welcome to Access Hollywood. I am Mario Lopez.
Access to A-list interviews.
The Justin Timberlake exclusive.
Royal family rumors.
Trending Twitter feuds.
Blockbuster behind the scenes.
Can't miss viral moments. Jen Aniston joined Instagram yesterday and then she decided to break it. And killing it on the red carpet. Look at Jason Momoa back here with the all-new Access Hollywood.
Tonight at 7:30 on West 2.
Help keep our communities safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
To everyone who appreciates a fresh meal that comes from the heart, let our team member Emma tell you what's special about the Culver's Way.
We take great tasting burgers seriously in Wisconsin. Favorite recipes, fresh ingredients, real Wisconsin cheese. It's a place where traditions matter. So of course it's where Culver's Butter Burger was born. Fresh, never frozen beef, seared to perfection, then topped with a lightly buttered toasted bun.
What can we say? To us, it's a whole lot more than a burger. It's a taste of home.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a rich and creamy hometown treat, let our team member Nevaeh tell you how we do it at Culver's.
Every scoop of Culver's fresh frozen custard is made in small batches throughout the day. Because where we come from, the little things make a big difference. Like bringing back a seasonal favorite. Our salted caramel pumpkin concrete mixer and pumpkin spice shake are back for a limited time. Handcrafted with farm fresh dairy and real pureed pumpkin just for you. So it's the best part of your day.
And we mean the best. From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
You know when you wake up and your mouth feels gross and you just can't wait to brush your teeth to get that clean, fresh feeling again? That's exactly how millions of Navage users feel when they use powered suction to rinse out their noses every day, just like brushing their teeth. Once you're able to breathe deeply without congestion, you never want to be without it. That's why so many people rave about Navage, with over 100,000 online reviews. Feel the Navage difference for yourself. In less than a minute a day, you'll feel immediate relief from seasonal allergies and congestion after the very first use. Navage will also help you sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier, naturally, without drugs. Start breathing clearly again with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
13 Days of Halloween Penance, Season 4 of the award-winning horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
If I am under arrest, you have to tell me what I'm charged with.
Starring Natalie Morales of Parks and Recreation and Dead to Me.
Please, there's been some kind of mistake. I'm not supposed to be here.
How do you know?
I'm innocent.
Are any of us truly innocent?
Premiering October 19th, ending Halloween. Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
Identity theft shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, more than $29 billion were stolen last year alone. That's a criminal success story and a wake-up call for everyone else. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock makes it easy to help protect yourself if you become a victim. A dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. Join now and save up to 25% your first year with my name, Clay, as your promo code at LifeLock.com, promo code Clay.
Why is iHeartRadio the #1 streaming radio app?
Free music.
Free live radio stations from all over the country.
Free podcasts.
Free playlists.
Free contests. Free artist radio stations.
Commercial-free stations. It's free. I love iHeartRadio. Join the millions of music, radio, and podcast fans on the #1 streaming radio app now.
iHeartRadio.
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 Free never sounded so good.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
So last night, Courtney and I are like, yeah, you want to go somewhere to grab something to eat? Want to grab some dinner? And
party time.
She says, yeah, we're going out a little bit later. It was like 8:30 or something. And I said, all right, let's do this. And so we get in the car and go over to Van Barry's, which we haven't been to in a while.
Nice
We've been going
people.
all over the place. Great people. Love Caitlin over there. Great place. You should check it out. But when we get in there, there's this guy. This dude was the weirdest person I've ever met in my life, okay?
I love those experiences. I truly do.
Okay? I didn't get to interact too much with this guy, but he was the weirdest guy I've ever been around in my life. Let me give you a for instance. So when this guy pulled up in his Uber driver, I kid you not, comes into the restaurant and announces him.
No.
I'm not kidding you.
You
What do you mean announces him?
He announced him to the restaurant. Everybody, like, ladies and gentlemen, and they said the vice president of the Baltimore Ravens, and then said this guy's name, and then they had they were talking with the bartenders and stuff, and they go, he's on his way. He's coming in here. And they said, okay, fine. Well, it's open seating. You can just sit wherever he wants. And they go, no, you don't understand. When he gets here, you need to receive him. You're going to need to
receive him. Right.
That sounds gross.
When he arrives, you need to receive him. And then he goes, they announce him, ladies and gentlemen, vice president of operations of the Baltimore Ravens, whatever his name is. And he's by himself.
Everyone goes, what? Did they? What?
Who? Why are you being announced here? What's happening here? And he sort of looks around and nods his head, waving at people, and sits down by himself and starts hammering beers.
Oh, he didn't even have someone else with him?
Nobody was with him. He was
that's so embarrassing.
He was by himself, right? And he keeps talking about his Prada sunglasses. These are Prada. These sunglasses
out
are Prada.
loud to everyone who's not talking to him?
Yeah, the sunglasses.
Or people came up to him to talk to him.
Anybody would get in his orbit. You know, a person who has like an orbit, and if you get too close, they'll suck you right in like a tractor beam. He's one of those people with an orbit, and he would tell you about his Prada sunglasses. Remember, it's like 8 or 9 at night as this is going on. He would talk about his Prada sunglasses, and then he starts talking to the bartender guy, and he's like, the bartender guy had a Ravens shirt on. And he's like, oh, take a picture with me. I'm going to put you on the website. I'm going to put you on the Ravens website.
Whoa. He's got access to the website?
And he's really...
Big time.
He's really touchy. Like, he's hugging and touching shoulders and he's really, really up close. He's the guy who talked to you about 3 inches away from your face.
Love that.
Just really, really up close where you can feel their breath on you. And everybody is Googling this guy's name and coming up with nothing. There's
boy.
You don't exist. He's like, no, the owner of the Ravens, he's like my buddy, we're pals. I basically run the team, and I'm kind of a big deal, everybody.
And no one could find him on the internet.
He doesn't exist online.
Did they check the website that he updates through his phone?
they checked everywhere, trying to Google the guy, and he doesn't pop up. And I go, what's the move there? Like, let's say that is a lie. What's the move?
The move is that if you try it at 15 places, it may work at one of them.
Do you do this so you feel famous for a moment? Like, people will be impressed by you until they figure out that it's not true?
I think it's that, but also he picks such an obscure position that no one will be able to figure out if it's for real or not.
We don't know what that guy looks like. Nobody knows who that person is just offhand, unless you're a huge Baltimore Ravens fan. And this guy is like, yep, I'm big time over there. Basically run the team.
But you're not, man. Like, you could go through all of this, everything you just told us. Like, the potential is there, but zero consideration that it takes 1 second to Google it and no one can find you.
Yeah, and then he goes, and he says, "All right, I'm all done here. I'd like to go to another bar. Where should I go?" And the bartender recommended a place, and I forgot if it was like Snappies or Snaggies or is this ringing a bell with you guys?
Not at all.
I want to know how long it takes and how wrong you are.
Or something like that. We know somebody who works at this establishment, so I think I could track it out. But let's say it was Snaggies, and the bartender goes, you should go to Snaggies, have a couple of drinks there, and he goes, all right, you got to call and announce that I'm going to be visiting the place. I need you to call the owner and tell them that I'm inbound and I'll be visiting his watering hole very, very soon. And so the bartender's like, yeah, I could do that. He's like, you know what? Just give me his number. I'll call him now and tell him that I'm on the way. The VP of operations of the Baltimore Ravens is going to be visiting with his fancy sunglasses. And I don't know if he went there or not, but he was headed over to that place. And the whole thing was just so weird. I couldn't believe it. It reminded me that when I lived in Chicago and I used to go to this place called the Wabash Tap, R.I.P. that place. It no longer exists. And there was a guy who went there, and this was a dumb lie because it's too easy to find out. But he told everybody, he was a regular there, just like so many other people and me. And he told all of us so many times, he's like, yeah, I won the Stanley Cup with the Chicago Blackhawks, I think he said, or he had a ring, you know, the ring that you get after you win like a
big ass ring.
Yeah, one of those big giant, like a Super Bowl style ring. And he goes, yeah, I played for the Blackhawks. But you can look up all the years of the Blackhawks squad, and you can see, we looked it up, and this guy wasn't on there. He was just completely making this stuff up. And you'd call him out, and he'd be like, yeah, I'm not in a lot of the photos that you may find online, but, you know, I was on the Blackhawks. And it's like, the guy's just making this up. Just really weird. Zephyr's Biker on YouTube says, I guess the announcement keeps him from having to continually use the "Do you know who I am?" douchebag line. Yeah, I guess so.
Fair.
I think what's going on.
But he paid the Uber driver to make an announcement about him, and it did not help.
Yeah, you know what he's utilizing? He's utilizing people being uncomfortable, right? So he starts talking to you in your Uber, and you, of course, want good ratings for being an Uber driver, and you don't want the passenger to be upset. And he's like really, very intense. He goes, do me a favor. You know, I'm the VP of operations at the Baltimore Ravens. Can you go in and introduce me? You know, like royalty would be introduced in the feudal days.
I'm going to give you a 10% tip this time.
Go out and blow a horn and unfurl a scroll. Hear ye, hear ye. Let everybody know what's going on. It's just so very, very weird. So off he went to Nagy's or Scraggy's or whatever that place was. And I'm sure was entertaining to some folks over there for a while. Let's talk about this woman who is in a bad situation since somebody demolished her home, and that's not a good time. This was in Atlanta, Georgia, and they say a homeowner is mulling the next step after a company mistakenly demolished a home she owned in southwest Atlanta. Susan Hodgson said in an interview with the Associated Press, she found a pile of rubble in place of what used to be her longtime family property when she returned from vacation. So she's off on a vacation. She comes back, and they've knocked down her family home. She says, I'm furious. I keep waking up and thinking, is this a joke or something? I'm just in shock. She said a neighbor called her while she was away and asked if somebody had been hired to tear down the vacant house. She said no. And she said, well, there's somebody over here who just demolished the whole house and tore it all down. When the neighbor confronted them, the workers got angry. They told her to shut up and mind her own business. And they said, the house has been boarded up for about 15 years. Taxes are paid. Everything's up on it. But she's filed a report with the police, and they're trying to figure out what to do. What with the house being knocked down and all.
That's a problem.
Yeah, that's not a good time right there. Okay, let's check in with a couple of dispatchers very quickly before we figure out what's happening on the next episode today. Here is Pizza Peisenberg with a dispatch.
Hold your pee-pee, tiny bladder.
No, it's not going to be a thing. It's not going to stick. I don't
Woo,
think.
sing it, Elton.
Here's a TX who says, we miss C-Lane.
Yo, News Junkies, what's good?
Hey.
I don't know, but today seems like a lot of dispatches are getting through. I mean...
Not really.
Is the main line open? Or is it...
Oh, yeah, call. I'll take it up.
Yeah, we always pick that up.
Oh... So you don't have someone else to do the other half of the job. That's really important. So
Sir, I will have you know, Josh
go.
is doing a fantastic job of hitting all of the buttons and doing all of the things.
Tremendous, really.
You're doing a great job of sitting in behind Megadesk here.
He's doing something.
He's getting the job done.
I'm here.
How dare you run him down?
You just letting everybody just gunsling through here and just Dave Chappelle this. What's the other white guy you guys name? I don't know. Bobby
Cook.
Walsh. I don't know. I think that's kind of news.
Bobby Walsh?
Doesn't matter. It's Monday. Yeah. Well, I think that's Taco Tuesday.
But anyway,
this guy is all over the place.
I agree with everything you said.
Thank you, sir, for that dispatch. That was a ride. Maybe that's proof that all of them are rolling through today, and the pipeline is wide open. So send yours. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Crazy Drunk Cat Lady says the show has been going very well. So she's
we don't
she's
need everyone's approval. We have no other choice. We're going to do it.
Oh, I'm only here because there's no other choice.
Except that you got to be at Sean's. I'm here all by myself. This damn studio, there's nobody here in this building right now.
Is it a ghost town today? Why?
Yes. I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm like, I go to...
It's not a holiday, is it?
Walk out the door, and I'm like, what's up? Nobody. Look
I'm sure
behind
Jack
me,
will
nobody.
be skulking.
Oh, you know what it might be? I saw an email that said that there was some food out in the...
great.
One of the rooms.
I'll go eat that by myself.
so maybe all the salespeople went over there. All right, what's coming up on the next episode?
I'll tell ya. What's coming up on the next episode? Being on reality television can come with some sacrifices, but should one of those be your own daughter's wedding? Huh? This past weekend was National Tight Ends Day, so let's crap all over that day with some of Taylor Swift's stats. Plus, we've been blessed with boats, hoes, and now boats and hoes with Snoop D-O double G. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
Monsters in the Morning.
What about Mini Kiss? Are they doing it?
No, I hate those little guys.
Man, they make a mockery of Kiss. Yeah, why? I got a lot of questions as to why, because I could agree.
People shouldn't make fun of my clown rock and roll band. Right?
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey everyone, Jamie King, Fox 35 Storm Center, Central Florida weather for you today. Look for a mix of sun and clouds, warm highs in the mid-80s, breezy out of the northeast for the afternoon. Looks like at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. For tonight, not bad. Some mid-upper 60s, a few scattered clouds around. And for the remainder of our days ahead, looks like we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. The general outlook brings low to mid-80s for highs and overnight lows down through the upper 60s, rain-free skies. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Wawa has Pizza. Wawa has pizza. It's freshly made, tastes great, and you can get it late. Right now, there's a $0 delivery fee when you order Wawa Pizza at wawa.com or on the Wawa app. Gotta have a Wawa.
Mortgage brokers are better. Why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don. And that mortgage guy, Don, is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. Because we all know the process of shopping for a mortgage can be complicated and confusing. But not when it comes to that mortgage guy, Don. You see, you get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker, but you get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with that mortgage guy, Don. And you'll see the difference immediately when you go to the website, thatmortgageguydon.com. You apply now and you get a quote, or you can get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple, no spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Stella Artois wants to know, who would you have dinner with? Join the Stella team at the Wilson in Celebration inside the Melia Celebration Hotel this Friday, October 26th from 6 until 8 for an opportunity to let them know who you would have dinner with, past, present, or future, and why. Then start your dinner with a complimentary Stella Artois and chalice. Just snap the QR code for details on your chance to win dinner on Stella from one of 10 participating restaurants. Let's do dinner, and as always, let's start with a Stella.
Floridians, do you know how close you are to freshness? Fresh from Florida is local produce grown by farmers right here in our own state. It's always fresh, always in season, and always mouth-wateringly good. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for it by name where you shop.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
Jeff Martin Auctioneers is hosting a public auction in Kissimmee on October 31st and November 1st, featuring construction and farm equipment, trucks, trailers, and more. Bid your way live on-site or online at jeffmartinauctioneers.com. Experience the difference. License AU4483.
Hey, Florida. This is Pete from Repipe Specialists, Florida's #1 repipe expert, and I'm here with some important news. If pipes in your home are polybutylene, they're no longer an approved home water piping system. These inferior pipes create incredible damage, causing homeowner insurance policies to be canceled, leaving you with no other option but to repipe your home completely. And this extends to new policies as well. Floridians, if your pipes are polybutylene, call us today at 844-REPIPE-5 to schedule your free in-home estimate. That's 844-REPIPE-5. With over 60,000 complete home repipes and thousands of 5-star reviews, we'll expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. And our work is guaranteed for life. Plus, call 844-REPIPE-5 now, and for a limited time, you can save 20% and get 0 interest financing for 12 months on approved credit. If you live in Orlando, Tampa, or the surrounding area, you'll want to call us, Repipe Specialists, at 844-REPIPE-5, or go to repipe.com now.
The iHeartRadio app and the NFL right in your pocket. The home of the NFL Podcast Network, covering all 32 NFL teams, plus all the expert advice to win your fantasy league. And, of course, live NFL games. Touchdown! Download the free iHeartRadio app today. Free never sounded so good.
They are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
The next episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. If you missed any of the show today, you can always go to thenewsjunkie.com, and there you can subscribe to the podcast. You'll get alerts if you subscribe on iHeartRadio each day when the show is posted, so you don't miss out on anything. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Hey, hey, hey. Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. What?
No, Josh.
What are y'all laughing at?
Josh can't do the light trick that Ceiling can do, so he's just going back and forth between all of our faces really quickly.
Hey, that's kind of cool. And
It's something.
What is even cooler?
What?
More like who? That mortgage guy, Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And of course, he is hosting the Home Loans Radio Show every single weekend. If you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, perhaps doing some debt consolidation, he is the man to work with because he made the process easy Instead of shoving you down a hill of confusion, he's going to carry you over that mountain of great savings. Go to thatmortgageguy.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy Don.
Oh, you didn't tell Josh about the little delay, huh?
No.
Yeah,
Would you try to sing along?
Did I mess up?
No, you were just solo singing .com completely by yourself, which you might find yourself feeling just like Ashley Simpson, because it was 19 years ago today. 19 years ago. Ready to feel old? 2004. She got caught faking it on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, man.
Ashley Simpson.
Can't believe it's been almost 20 years.
And that's when she was supposed to start.
On a Monday, I'm
And what did she do instead? The little polka dance. Now,
Yeah, she did like a little like farmer's dance.
Yeah, it was very strange, and the band didn't know what to do themselves. But within a day or two, she did blame it on something for 2 extra points. Do you remember her excuse for lip sync?
Man. It can't be as simple as she just had a sore throat or something.
No, but she could get a sore throat from this. It does have something to do with her body. We all suffer from it sometimes.
Smoking?
No.
Yeah, I'm suffering from smoking.
Just by being anywhere near any of this.
It rhymes with Pacid Bleeblux.
Acid reflux.
That is correct. 2 points to Josh. And it's official, baby. Turns out Travis Kelce does better when Taylor Swift is in the house.
Really?
That's what it's come to. Now, over the weekend, I'm sure you guys celebrated National Tight Ends Day.
I did.
I always do. I can't stop myself.
If not, you got a loose end. But for all those who actually celebrated during yesterday's L.A. Chargers versus Kansas City Chiefs game, CBS aired a Taylor Swift-inspired graphic to show how well Travis Kelce does when she's in attendance. And to that I say, ick.
Yeah, ew.
Leave them alone. But they actually put it on the big board there, and to everyone watching on CBS Live, they said it was inspired by Taylor's song You Belong With Me. The graphic was called You Belong With T this season.
Did you see when Lance Bass went to a football game this past week or so?
No.
I forgot what it was. Lance Bass went, and they kept going him on the camera, and he just had a sign that said "Not Taylor Swift" that he was holding up as the camera went to him.
Good one, Lance.
Apparently, Travis averages 99 yards per game when Taylor's there watching physically, and only 46.5 when he's, quote, left to his own devices. Once again, another Taylor Swift lyric. In related news, it looks like Taylor and Brittany Mahomes already have a special handshake that was viral everywhere.
I saw that.
Unfortunately, Brittany Mahomes will not be able to do that handshake again.
Well, why not?
Because she's dead.
And as we continue on the Taylor
Britney.
Swift news, Taylor Swift fans cause pandemonium in Connecticut because there was just a very small internet rumor that she was there with Travis Kelce eating some dinner. And, God, I didn't send you guys the video. Maybe someone can find it real quick. But if there was an audio version of how this all went down, it went a little something like this.
Where did it happen again?
This was in Connecticut, an eatery called, wait for it, Elm Restaurant in New Canaan.
All right, New Hanan.
Canaan. And it was over the week, Thursday afternoon, a fan account claimed that Swift and Kelce were there dining inside. The restaurant had to lock the doors as hundreds of people started wrapping around the building trying to catch a glimpse of the couple. Some fans even tried to force their way into the hot spot, and all delivery orders had to be placed outside. Just because of a rumor that turns out crazy, it wasn't true.
No.
Did you catch any video at all, or we'll just
I can't
take our
find
word
it.
for it?
Yeah,
well,
I'm
it was
not able to find
crazy,
it.
you guys. Just trust
Real
us.
January 6th for restaurants.
It was wild.
I am not I don't know if I'm just like, it's because I'm not super into football and I don't have like a super strong opinion on Taylor Swift. I think she's really talented and I guess I overall like her, but I am not understanding this whole frenzy. I am like, for the first time, I feel like on the sidelines and I'm like, why is everybody freaking out over this?
I don't think that like civilians are freaking out as much as the media is trying to take hold of how many views they can get or how many people they can have show up. And that's the whole reason. I'm sure that it really sucks to start a new relationship and be under that big of a spotlight. I mean,
it's got no chance.
CBS put up a damn stat about how well Kelsey does when she's there. It's embarrassing.
It is.
What's really cool, though, is that Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly are back, baby, with the boats, with the hose, with the worldwide Prestige. Was that the name of it?
Prestige
Worldwide.
Oh, excuse me. I have mouth dyslexia. And with Snoop Dogg, because magic happened, and it was literal magic. The Greek Theater in L.A. over the weekend, they had co-stars of Step Brothers, Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, reuniting on stage for the first time in decades.
That's cool.
To sing Boats and Hoes with Snoop Dogg. Now, I wish I could have you play the audio, but that's a lot of curse words. A lot. They joined him also for Gin and Juice and brought out a birthday cake for him because Snoop Dogg turned 52 over the weekend.
Damn.
He lit a joint on one of the candles, as Snoop does. This candle's about to be blown out because this fella right here no longer running for president.
Go Kanye West.
Kanye West is right. It has been made official, kind of, for those expecting him to run with the 2024 presidency. That is no more. The rapper's own attorney has confirmed that the campaign is over before it even started.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
He was so close. He was right there on the finish line and would have been the next president. But
He is, not a candidate for office in 2024. Bruce Marks says to the Rolling Stone. An unnamed source also said the likelihood of a presidential bid is beyond remote, end quote. With another adding, there's no campaign structure or anything along those lines in place. Now, he did announce his 2024 run in November of 2022 and then briefly enlisted Milo Yiannopoulos. Am I saying that right?
That's right.
As his campaign manager before firing him almost 1 month later, maybe even less than that. So things were off to a great start. I would have loved to see him in the run there just for the entertainment. But
he hired a staff of like exclusively grifters.
Alt-right people.
Like online grifters. And one of them was that Nick Fuentes guy who's like way out in, Nazi territory and stuff. And it's like, you were so close. You really had a shot at winning this. But no.
Now they say a filing was made by the previous treasurer, Devin White, who told Rolling Stone that he had been hired by Milo. And White compared the experience to being dumped into a pile of S.
Okay.
And eventually quit. So,
doesn't sound
we
great.
Go. Can't wait for 2024.
Yeah.
And while we're here talking about the upcoming election, I introduced to you somebody who I feel like we haven't heard from in quite some time, but he's back and getting a lot of heat. We talked to him, interviewed him one time years ago.
The Stained guy?
Aaron Lewis.
And Aaron Lewis, the frontman for Stained, apparently thought it was a great idea to spell out Trump 24. Now, did you see this before I ask you? What did he spell it out with?
No.
It was an open field, and he and his friends apparently decided to use that open field to write out Trump 2024. You could almost see it if you were one of the satellites in space. Any clue of what he spelled out Trump 2024 in? Because I feel like there's no way you will get it. Nope. No beer cans. Great guess, though. Great
bullets.
Guess. No bullets, but they used bullets in order to...
Guns.
Guns is right. Guns was used to murder the 32 dead coyotes to spell out Trump 24.
What a weird guy.
This has to be online somewhere, but he's getting some serious backlash for the stunt. He made no secret of his right-wing views over the years, leading a F Joe Biden chant during the 2021 show of Stained, and all the other guys in the band just like, all right, we're doing this right now. And then over the weekend, him and his buddies killed 32 dead coyotes. Not safe for work, or trigger warning, everybody. And spelled out.
Yikes.
Trump 24.
I mean, technically, the Trump part aside, coyotes are bad, and they're supposed to get rid of coyotes in areas where they're overpopulated. But that's a lot of coyote bodies I'm looking at right there.
Sure is.
What'd you say, 32?
I would say it's close. There's a lot of them there. Dozens at least.
Some furious comments followed. The top one, the most liked, is those coyotes are nearly as dead as your career has been for 20 years.
Got him.
And several others wrote that Lewis had lost them as fans. So really excited for 2024. But until then, here is the boob tube, my friends. We've got Monday Night Football, baby. We got Vikings and the 49ers, The Voice on NBC, The Price is Right at night on CBS, and Justice League War World on Max. You can catch Terry Bradshaw on Kimmel, and most importantly, follow your dreams. Send me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra, and say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. So much more to get to on a lovely Monday, and to get those dispatches in while you can over at thenewsjunkie.com. Gordon Ramsay has managed to piss a bunch of people off. We'll tell you what's happening with him. We'll see what he did. And can he top the idiot sandwich bit? Maybe. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a little
Holiday magic
is just minutes away, and brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect your regular delays through the city between Colonial Drive and Robinson Street. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Colonial Drive westbound at John Young Parkway. Expect delays. The right shoulder is blocked on State Road 408 eastbound at Orange Avenue due to an accident. Exit 10. You can expect your regular pockets of congestion on Florida's Turnpike. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Jeff Martin Auctioneers is hosting a public auction in Kissimmee on October 31st and November 1st, featuring construction and farm equipment, trucks, trailers, and more. Bid your way live on-site or online at jeffmartinauctioneers.com. Experience the difference. License AU4483.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Capital One's Chief Brand Officer, Mark Mentry, weighs in on building loyalty with customers.
Capital One has really worked to create amazing access moments for our customers. We will do sound check parties that only Capital One cardholders can get access to, and we can't pull that off without iHeart.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at CentoMoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
Orlando's newest entertainment destination is now open. Primrose Lanes welcomes you to our restaurant and bowling club. Visit primroselanes.com to reserve your lane and join us for happy hour every weekday at 4 p.m. for half-off cocktails.
Check the mail for Valpak and you could be an instant winner. That's right, tucked in with those coupons is your chance to win big. From cash and gift cards to attraction and concert tickets, every month is something new with prizes for the whole family. Go ahead, open that blue envelope of savings to see if you won. Because with Valpak Instant Win, there's nothing to buy or do to cash in. Just thousands of real winners winning real prizes, no strings attached. No purchase necessary, void or prohibited. Prizes are randomly inserted. See specially marked Valpak envelopes for details.
Fall is here, so I'm throwing a Cardtoberfest. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. I'm giving you $7,775 over appraised value for your old ride. Get a new Mitsubishi Mirage greenest gas car in America, 43 miles per gallon for $14,900. Or look at the new Outlander, the safest, most affordable 7-passenger SUV for only $26,900. So don't be tardy to this car party. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. Visit us at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Requires bank approval plus tax tag admin. Negative equity may be refinanced.
Summer road trip season doesn't have to end.
With the Autio app, every drive can still feel like an adventure.
I've discovered more about my hometown through the Autio app than I ever did growing up here.
The Autio app automatically delivers captivating stories about the natural wonders and fascinating histories just beyond your car window. Plus, you can download stories to listen to offline. Rediscover America your way with Autio. Available on iOS and Android.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to inventhelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at inventhelp.com. InventHelp is the leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors receive more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. They help everyday inventors just like you. Additional services include invention websites, prototype models, technical drawings, and more. They keep your idea confidential and explain every step of their invention services. Remember, that's inventhelp.com. InventHelp.com.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
O'Reilly. It's Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get up to a $25 gift card after rebate with the purchase of select Superstart batteries. Our professional parts people will test your old battery for free and recommend the right battery for your vehicle. For power, performance, and reliability, choose Superstart batteries only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
They are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Once you get Jersey Mike's Catering with 12 subs for any event, I'll tell you, there's no going back to other catering. That'd be like going back to using Morse code.
Welcome to Jersey Mike's.
Okay, here we go.
A pickle slice wrapped in a napkin.
Oh, wait, try this.
A brownie with extra olive oil?
Whoops, I mixed up my dots and dashes. Here.
1,800 catering boxes coming right up.
Uh-oh. Nope, there's no going back once you get catering at Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
No payments until 2024 with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Of year. I'm starting to feel like I'm the only person in the neighborhood that doesn't have Halloween decorations up. Like, I'm feeling pressured to put some things up
You don't
right
have
now.
anything at all? Not even the pumpkins outside?
Oh, we have pumpkins by the front door, if that counts. But, I mean, does
I
that
feel
really
like
count?
it does. I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, we're at least participating on that level, but we don't have like any big inflatables or like one of the big skeletons.
I want that skeleton so bad.
How much are those things?
In
They're
the
like
hundreds.
300 or so.
Are they
but
really?
They're impossible to find because they're always sold out.
Well, here's the thing. All right, if those are $300 for those big giant skeletons, are they only not getting stolen more because they're
How do
too
you steal
big
that?
to steal? It's just such a large item you can't steal it from somebody. It goes back into my theory about too big to steal stuff. This actually works out in practice. My neighbor has one, and it's got like lights in it and stuff.
Sure.
So at night, like the whole skull lights up. And
This is my best Halloween display yet.
Mhm. This one that you're doing?
I believe so. It has I've gotten lots of compliments from my neighbors. Now, I told you, I think a week or two ago, that I got the 6-foot inflatable cat.
Yeah.
And the head moves around. And I've had already a handful of neighbors saying their dog hates it.
Oh, no.
Absolutely. I'm like, well, that's what dogs are supposed to do.
All right.
And then Carl peed on it too. So I think I've been blessed for the next year.
Carl, so you got the 6-foot, what is it again?
It's a cat. It's an
Okay, it's like a
inflatable
6-foot cat.
Halloween cat, yeah.
It moves around.
Mm-hmm.
You got, what else do you have up there?
I have on the other side, it's 2 mini skeletons that are sitting on lawn chairs with some gravestones in front of them. And then outlining the front yard is, I'm describing way too much of my house right now.
And the
It looks
numbers
really
on the
great.
house are spookiest of all.
Yeah, they are. It looks
You're
great.
going all out. That sounds like a whole bunch of stuff.
It's
Yeah,
exciting. I can't wait to, be hungover taking it all down next Wednesday.
You know what I thought about the other day is Courtney and I were looking at some of these people's Halloween decorations and saying, oh, look, everybody's got all this fun stuff up. One thing that seems to have died that was actually a thing when I was a little kid was there used to be people, at least 1 or 2 people in the neighborhood, that when you would go to their house for Halloween, it wouldn't be a regular house where you just ring the doorbell and get some candy, trick or treat and all that. It would be a haunted house.
Oh,
And
yeah, I remember that.
you would go into the person's house and you wander through a little haunted house maze. And I feel like nobody does that anymore. I don't know why that is, but I haven't seen that anymore. Maybe it's because everybody's scared of everybody else right now.
You have to make people sign a waiver, and
Yeah.
that step makes you not want to invite anyone in. God
We're
forbid.
taking all the fun out of all this stuff. That
Fun
used to be the way
suckers.
things were. And we've been on a run watching all of the scary movies throughout the month of
Ugh.
October.
I watched. I told you guys already. Barbarian was a hoot.
I kind of thought the premise could have happened. The idea of the premise of this movie Barbarian that Sabrina watched that was too scary for Courtney is that 2 people kind of double booked an Airbnb. Like the person had it on 2 different services and they sold it to 2 different people. So they both had a claim on the house for the night.
That is scary.
And one person's like, all right, well, I'll just go stay at a hotel. And the other person's like, no, you just hang out here. It's not your fault that this has happened. So it goes from there into a bunch of really super weird stuff. I don't know where that landed at on this list because there's an actual group of scientists that started the Science of Scare project and strapped heart rate monitors on 250 test subjects, and they measured which horror films impacted their heart rate in 2 important ways. One was beats per minute, BPM, and spikes in heart rate could indicate a movie has effective jump scares. They also measured heart rate variance, which is the time between each heartbeat. They use this to see how stressed people might be while watching the movie. And the number 1 movie in their study was a movie called Sinister, which I haven't heard of before this. And it came out in 2012.
Is that a Blumhouse one?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I've only seen it just in the story here in front of me. That was number 1 in terms of the science of it all. Sinister. And
That got me.
they said most of the movies on the list came out in the last decade. Many from the last few years. Talk to Me, which I watched not too long ago.
Yes, that's on the
Did
list.
you see that?
No, it's on the list.
good. That ranked the 10th scariest, and it just came out in U.S. theaters this year. And if you've seen Talk to Me, I almost bought it, but Courtney didn't want it in the house. They have a prop, which is like the key thing in the movie.
Oh, I thought you meant just bought the movie, and she doesn't want to watch it in there.
We can't have it downloaded
devil
in the house.
stuff out of here.
The movie is basically these young kids find this weird hand thing, and it looks like a ceramic hand. And if you grab it and say "talk to me," it like transports you to the other side, like where the dead are. And the cool prop that they used, they made it in real life, and we're selling these, and I'm sure they sold out. But yeah, she was like, that is too scary to have in the house. A lot of people giving thumbs up on Talk to Me. I think, though, that Talk to Me probably did really well on this, not necessarily because of the scary stuff, which it is scary, but because of the scenes where I talked about, it was like, you wanted to look away because somebody was like smashing their face into a wall 100 times, and you go, "Oh God, I don't want to see that right now."
That was that damn Barbarian movie.
Yeah.
It's like I've seen more of this trend of the more modern horror movies where you see the smash of the head, and then you look away, and then you go back, and it's like, this is 35 more seconds of this.
It's still going.
Like, we really know what it looks like now.
And you get that visceral reaction that is hard to explain, and like you feel it inside, like you're watching another person get hurt.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything about it. And it's very, very, it's good. I enjoyed it. It's a good scary movie. Sure. It sounds like it's not that fun and how I'm pitching it right now, but it was a fun watch.
Real laugh riot.
Yeah, it's not that. Well, there was some jokes in it too. Gordon Ramsay is getting a bunch of heat right now because of something that he said. It's being trolled online as being out of touch. Mr. Ramsay, the man with 8,542 television shows, and a new one coming out each week. I can't even tell you how many shows that guy's on.
Idiot Sandwich is the latest one.
Idiot Sandwich is a real show?
Yeah.
Wait, you're kidding? Or
do you listen to the next episode?
No, I thought it was a joke.
No, it's for real. They're going to make a sandwich competition show called Idiot Sandwich.
Oh, my God. He has too many shows. He has Kitchen Nightmares. He has Idiot Sandwich, which I was convinced was parody. He has Hell's Kitchen. That's right. He has
the Junior. What's the one?
MasterChef and MasterChef Junior. So that's 5. He has another one where it's like an emergency and they show up at the restaurant.
Restaurant Nightmares?
Restaurant Nightmares is another one. I don't know if I said that already, but that's
you
one.
might have.
And then the one that I'm talking about, he goes and it's like, we've got 48 hours to fix this restaurant or it's going to be screwed forever.
Right.
And
it's like Bar Rescue for restaurants.
Basically, yeah. He's got so many of these shows. So I guess he was doing an interview where he was talking to a guy named Jake Humphrey and on a podcast. And he said he was broke at one time, and he went to talk to his wife's father, so his father-in-law, and he went to talk to his father-in-law about a loan. He said, we were young, we were stupid, we were skint. I don't even know what that means. S-K-I-N-T, we were broke?
Calls himself a news junkie.
We were young, we were stupid, we were broke, he said. And he said his father-in-law told him, okay, here's what I'll do. I'll have another lunch with you when you sell your Porsche. And he thought, I thought you effer, but you clever effer. Here I am driving in a flashing Porsche 911, and we didn't even have a house, a flat, a roof over our heads, so he sold his Porsche. And people were saying he's out of touch because when he was saying that he was poor, he was driving a $200,000 vehicle.
Oh,
so that's not really that broke.
That's the hustle, my friends.
Which is fairly true, I think. All right, let's go over to a couple of you. Oh, you know what I did? And I'll work this in after the break, actually. We'll talk about that. Let's get a couple dispatches in so we can catch up with whatever's on your mind. Hang on, just refreshing this here in front of me. There we go.
Beep, boop, beep.
Here is Boki Foodie with a dispatch.
Yo, what's going on? Happy Monday to you.
Yo.
So, Sean, you
Yo.
were asking a question earlier. Why don't people have the mazes for the haunted houses for Halloween? And I talked to a few people that used to have them, and I asked them why they stopped, and they said it's all about liability. If someone gets scared in your house and falls down and gets hurt,
Dang,
you are
that's
liable
super smart to say.
for their injuries or whatever it may be. So that's why a lot of people are not doing it anymore, because their home insurance doesn't cover it.
Okay, I have something I have to throw out there because I've noticed something going on. Is it a regional thing, whether it's called a haunted house, or I've heard people, I don't know if this is like a West Coast thing, but some people call them haunted mazes. They don't call it a haunted house. They say a haunted maze.
Despite being inside of a house?
Despite being inside a house. Like, they'll go to Halloween Horror Nights and they'll be like, oh, this was my favorite maze of all of the haunted mazes they had.
Well, those are mazes, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you're working your way through it, but like when I think of maze, I think like a cornfield kind of thing where you have to like work your way through a giant field. But I've heard a lot of people say that. I don't know if that's one of those regional things that you don't run into that often, but somebody let me know if you do.
Creepy condo.
Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. I haven't heard that yet. Here's somebody from the podcast. Business Transactions has a dispatch.
What's up, podcast listener here? And I just wanted to talk about injuries while in marching band. I was in a drum and bugle corps, which is like marching
raking
band
in the
over
pee.
summer. And,
cool guy.
I was marching an instrument and running backwards basically, and approaching me from behind was a contrabass who could not see left due to his instrument. I obviously could not see back, and so I ran full force into essentially a tuba. And almost knocked myself out. Got a concussion.
That's not a good time.
Which was a ton of fun, let me tell you. So yeah, that can be quite serious.
Okay, here's Christina on Twitch. She says, Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood, California calls them mazes. Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando calls them houses. So maybe that is like a coastal thing. Like, we call them different things in different places. I had just not heard that before. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We got more of your dispatches coming through. We have something that has been invented that never should have been invented, and somebody is trying to ruin an entire beer brand by something they posted online. All of that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Find us on Threads at Real Radio 1041, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect your regular delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Congestion through the city between Colonial Drive and Robinson Street. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Highway 1792 southbound after Lee Road. Traffic is up to speed on State Road 408, and there are no delays on the Beach Line. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare. HCA Florida Mount Dora Emergency, located near the intersection of U.S. Highway 441 and Eudora Road, is now open 24/7. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Lake Monroe Hospital. This is not an urgent care center. Its services are billed at hospital rates.
Now, you can relive the greatest moments from our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Lenny Kravitz kicks things off with his biggest hits.
Foo Fighters get the whole crowd singing along.
Tim McGraw debuts his new song live.
Public Enemy brings the 90s hip-hop energy.
Fall Out Boy covers a classic while literally on fire. And so much more.
Relive the greatest moments from our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming now only on Hulu for a limited time.
What's more fun than a ship full of monkeys?
A boatload of comedians.
Set sail with Victory Casino Cruises and the Real Radio Halloween Comedy Gambling Cruise. Saturday, October 28th.
Enjoy live comedy from Real Radio's Ross, Sabrina, and Ryan. Plus music from DJ Angel.
Just $25 gets you boarding, a meal, a live comedy show, and $20 in qualified slot play.
Plus come dressed in your best costume for a shot at cash and prizes.
Book your spot on the Real Radio Halloween Comedy Cruise at realradio.fm/victory.
Boarding starts at 5:30 p.m. and the ship sets sail at 7 p.m. sharp.
Must be 18 to sail and 21 to consume alcohol.
Book now, realradio.fm/victory.
When a client comes to our firm after an accident, we have the awesome responsibility of returning what was taken away from them. Loss of income and earning potential, past and future medical bills, pain and suffering, the loss of the enjoyment of life. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Our clients don't seek charity, they seek justice. They're looking to have their life back and property restored. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about your legal rights. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
You wouldn't
believe the week I've had. I've searched the summer villa and the weekend castle, but I can't seem to find my platinum opera glasses anywhere.
Ah, those minor inconveniences. I myself have been overseeing the new addition to my dog's mansion. His spa wasn't spacious enough.
Truly, I can't even fathom such a thing. By the way, how did you come into such wealth?
My grandfather invented those tiny plastic tables in the center of pizza boxes. What about you?
Me? Oh, I sold my car to Algo.
Selling your car to Algo might not get you tiny tables and pizza box money, but it is the easiest way to get the most money for your car. We give you a guaranteed offer in minutes. Verify the condition of your vehicle with a quick phone call, and boom, the money is yours. Active car loan, we will still buy your car. And the best part is, we handle all the paperwork. It's simple. If you don't want the most money for your car, don't sell your car to Algo. And definitely don't visit algonation.com.
Florida's farmers work hard to grow nutritious food for you and your family, and you can help support them by enjoying delicious fresh from Florida produce. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop, or visit freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally do pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine, marble, all those beautiful colors. But it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas. And next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com.
To everyone who appreciates a fresh meal that comes from the heart, let our team member Emma tell you what's special about the Culver's Way.
We take great tasting burgers seriously in Wisconsin. Favorite recipes, fresh ingredients, real Wisconsin cheese. It's a place where traditions matter. So of course it's where Culver's Butter Burger was born. Fresh, never frozen beef, seared to perfection, then topped with a lightly buttered toasted bun.
What can we say? To us, it's a whole lot more than a burger. It's a taste of home.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a rich and creamy hometown treat, let our team member Nevaeh tell you how we do it at Culver's.
Every scoop of Culver's fresh frozen custard is made in small batches throughout the day. Because where we come from, the little things make a big difference. Like bringing back a seasonal favorite. Our salted caramel pumpkin concrete mixer and pumpkin spice shake are back for a limited time. Handcrafted with farm fresh dairy and real pureed pumpkin just for you. So it's the best part of your day.
And we mean the best.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Identity theft shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, more than $29 billion were stolen last year alone. That's a criminal success story and a wake-up call for everyone else. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock makes it easy to help protect yourself if you become a victim. A dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. Join now and save up to 25% your first year with my name, Clay, as your promo code at LifeLock.com, promo code Clay.
Help keep our communities safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. Dan Patrick takes a gamble. DP is living vicariously through his buddy Bad Larry and graphics guy Dylan as they make weekly picks on college football and NFL. Unbreakable with Jay Glazer. Jay talks directly with you and does regular check-ins regarding his own battles with mental health. Up on Game. NFL greats LeVar Arrington, TJ Hushmanzada, and Plaxico Burress take on the latest hard-hitting sports topics for athletes while welcoming guests from the world of sports and entertainment. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Holiday magic!
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
We'll get to your dispatches in just a moment. Send yours. Join us on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. We want to hear your voice, hear what's on your mind. And while you're over at the website, you could also learn about secret shows, uncensored weekly shows. A new one up there right now. So go check that out. And while you're there, subscribe to the podcast. I know it's a lot of stuff to do all at once, but, you know, you got a couple of minutes. I think you can make that happen. There is a story that somebody was talking about in chat just a couple of minutes ago, and I checked it out because I said, that is frightening. That is not something I wanted to have in my head.
Go on.
They say an off-duty Alaska Airlines pilot has been charged with attempted murder after trying to shut down plane engines mid-flight. So this is a little bit concerning, obviously, because what the hell is happening here? It says Flight 2059 from Everett, Washington was bound for San Francisco when it was diverted to Portland, where Joseph David Emerson was booked on 83 counts of attempted murder.
Whoa.
That's all the other people that were on this plane with him. And they said, let's get to the details from NBC News. It says an off-duty Alaska Airlines pilot has been charged with over 80 counts of attempted murder after he allegedly attempted to shut off a plane's engines mid-flight on Sunday, causing the flight to divert to Portland. That is operated by Alaska Airlines.
Thank God for his co-pilot, huh?
Yeah, my God. They said the flight was diverted due to a credible security threat linked to a person in the cockpit's flight deck jump seat. So not the pilot, not the co-pilot. But I guess sometimes they'll put another person in the
Third
cockpit.
string.
That person who is off duty is just flying for free right there. And that person tried to shut off the engines on the plane.
Man. How is that not like an attempt at terrorism? Like,
it is, kind of. But they charged him with attempted murder of every single passenger on board.
I would hope so.
So like over 80 people. They said the jump seat occupants unsuccessfully attempted to disrupt the operation of the engines. The Horizon captain and first officer quickly responded. Engine power was not lost, and the crew secured the aircraft without incident. And then they said, as a heads up, this is them. The audio of the air traffic control says, as a heads up, we got the guy that tried to shut the engines down out of the cockpit. It doesn't sound like he's got any issue in the back right now. I think he's subdued. Other than that, we want law enforcement as soon as we get on the ground and park. And so this guy wanted to kill everybody on board. 83 counts of attempted murder, 83 counts of reckless endangerment, a count of endangering an aircraft as well for this off-duty pilot. That is insane.
Is he talking?
God.
Like, is he explaining a reason why? Did they find any sort of manifesto?
Not in the NBC article. They don't mention that, like, he said, here's the reason I did this, or here's, like, my motivation for doing this. But I hope they find that out, because that is scary. Speaking of scary, or reverse scary, I guess. Do you guys know who Kat Von D is? You know who that is?
Yes, she is reverse scary.
All right, so Kat Von D, she had a tattoo reality show. I forgot what the hell it was called.
She was Miami Ink, wasn't
Miami
she?
Ink or LA Ink?
And then she had her own show.
She had her own show too? Cat's Tats? Okay,
nope,
so she
just
had
made that up, Sean.
Oh, it sounded legit.
You fell for that so hard.
I'm just trying to believe you here. Kat Von D is a reality star and famous tattoo artist. And obviously she herself is covered in tattoos.
What?
But she has denounced all the witchcraft stuff that she's been involved in her past. I guess she was into like witchcraft. And now she's embracing being a Christian.
Oh,
and
here we go.
The interesting thing about this to me is she doesn't like all the tattoos that she has, but the tattoos are covering almost her whole body.
Right.
So to get rid of the tattoos, this is a real technicality here. She's going to tattoo her entire skin black so that it covers up all of the tattoos.
That's a thing now.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Blackout tattoos are a thing.
Yeah.
But that's your whole
body.
That's your whole body.
Theoretically cheaper and probably less painful than lasering all
She's
them.
going black body?
She's going black body. Yeah, and I don't know. Is there an issue with that?
Should we be mad?
I don't know if there's an issue with that, related to blackface. Arnott just says she has blacked most of her tattoos out. She's got a good portion of her that she's covered up and just gone completely black with, which are tough tattoos to do. And not for the artist, but for somebody to get.
Yeah.
I've got like a pretty big section of my arm that's like all blacked out, and you got to go over it a bunch of times. She's going to do that on every inch of her body, for God's sake. That is, woof. That's, I guess she's really against all this. Yeah. If you told me, if you went back to young me watching LA Inc. with Kat Von D and you said, this woman is going to become a Christian and want to get all her tattoos covered up, I'd say, get the hell out of here. There's no way that's chance. Yeah, that is not true. There's no way that's going to happen.
It's not, I don't appreciate, and I'm sure a lot of people who are in the tattoo industry don't appreciate that there is some sort of connection between Christianity and blacking out all of your tattoos. There are plenty of people that have faith that have a bunch of tattoos. I don't think those correlate at all.
I think there's different views on this. Like much more radical churches will say you can't get any tattoos at all. I know in the Jewish faith, there's a lot of stuff about getting tattooed.
They tell you can't have shrimp either.
Yeah, well, but do they actually? Wasn't it said? Maybe you know this, maybe you don't, Josh.
No, they do a shrimp test every quarter.
that you can't be like buried, or you can't be cremated if you have tattoos on you.
No, they say you shouldn't be buried in a Jewish cemetery if you violate the tattoo rule or whatever.
Do they like stand by that still?
I don't think so. According to my father-in-law, not
really. Right, because some places they're not nearly as strict as they used to be.
No,
but like most faiths have something against tattooing your body, and I guess she's gone. It sounds like she's involved in something that's like, a pretty hardcore Christianity.
All right, given her career, despite being a personality, it is based on her being a tattoo artist.
Yep.
Where are you going from here, gal?
I don't know.
Are we, what are we like in? Going to be a preacher? Or are we going to do some inspirational spoken word moments around the globe? Or
maybe she's going to do that. Maybe she goes full on into the Christian world, and she becomes one of these people that goes
make
out
a lot of money.
Here's how I found God, and all these book deals and stuff start popping up. Is she married to somebody famous, or
she
was married to Oliver Peck?
Okay,
the other tattoo artist.
No, it was oh my God,
who weirdly enough was canceled for blackface. So.
Was he real?
Yeah.
Jesse James, somebody sang.
Yeah, Jesse James. She was with for a minute.
The motorcycle guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock's ex.
Yeah. I remember they were together as well, but I just didn't know that she had gone on this hardcore turn in another direction, and now she's going to cover up all of her tattoos on her body with just black. So good luck on your journey, Miss Kat Von D.
Wow.
There is a big, giant beer company in China. I've never heard of this before. Have either of you heard of Tsingtao beer?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah, it's good.
Are you serious?
I'm not joking.
So you could buy this in America?
Correct.
All right. I've never heard of this before, but I guess it's a big brand in China too. Tsingtao, is it good?
Yeah, it's like a pretty basic beer.
There's a video that was posted on a large Chinese social media website, and it showed one of the workers, and it looks like he's peeing into the big giant beer tank where all the beer ingredients are.
Oh, no.
And they said the company said they alerted police immediately after the video came to its attention. The batch of ingredients had been sealed, they said. In the clip, it showed a worker dressed in uniform with a helmet on, climbing over a high wall into the container before urinating inside of it. It said, Tsingtao Beer No. 3 Factory. And this obviously is not very good for your brand, but you can recover from this.
Did I drink the pee beer?
Hopefully not. You don't want that. And you got to realize that Corona somehow made it past the whole COVID situation. So
very true.
Thank God.
They too can recover if given some time. All right, let's get to a couple of dispatches before we head into jury duty. Here's Mo Manji talking about Muslims and tattoos.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well.
Hey.
Glad to see Pinkman's there. But yeah, in regards to tattoos and religion, so the Muslim religion also removed that. They used to be strict about not having any tattoos, but now they allow you to have it. And I also watched the Fall of the House of Usher this weekend. That was a pretty good show. I don't know if you've seen that.
Me too.
Thanks, bye.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that. But anybody watched it or no?
It's on the list. Yeah.
Yeah. The list is growing and growing. And, I don't know if we're going to be able to work that in, but I have heard good things. So I'll try to get to that too. I don't know why I guess why a lot of these religions sort of have softened on this is because a real solid amount of people have tattoos. There's like a big number of people that have at least one tattoo, and it's harder to grow your religion if you say you're going to hell if you've done that.
It's like when Publix allowed their employees to have beards.
Right, yeah. You all of a sudden you open up the marketplace.
Yeah, you got more baggers now.
Oh, yeah, all those people that you couldn't hire before, they're back in the action. Here's McFly talking about what happened on that flight.
Hey, Junkies, just chiming in on the story that you're just now discussing about the pilot with the attempted charge. I'm a former flight attendant, and a little insight on how it works for travel for airline industry is regardless of whether you're flying for your airline or if you're flying on a different airline that's a partner, generally any airline personnel is flying what's called space available, and that is just if a seat is not sold, then it is available to you. Flight attendants and pilots also have a bonus that if there's an extra jump seat that is normally at like an emergency spot or in the cockpit, and they're qualified to sit in that seat, then they can fly on that seat to travel to wherever they have to go if there's not a seat available otherwise. So a lot of times, like I was commuting from New York to Florida, and I would have to fly on the jump seat because there wasn't another like passenger seat available to me. So that's what all that is.
Oh, that makes sense. Thank you, McFly. I appreciate you telling us that. I'll do one last one for now. Here's Boki Foodie.
Yo, what's going on? Happy Monday to you.
You too.
So, Sean, you were asking a question earlier. Why don't people have the mazes for the haunted houses for Halloween? And I talked to a few people.
Oh, no, we already heard this. This is the guy who repeated Sabrina's statement. That was the same guy.
But I love that it took us 10 seconds to figure that out.
I was looking at some things.
A lot thing going on.
A little distracted.
A lot thing.
Here's Tiny Hands Jones.
Honestly, I think it's pretty good that that happened with that beer company in China. Their new slogan could be so much more than piss water.
All right. Thank you, sir. Get out of here. There's so many stupid jokes about this, by the way. If it was
you
Coors
don't think
Light,
that we would have covered those beforehand, but yet they pick up their phone and they're like, I know this one's going to nail it.
They're going to laugh so hard.
Yeah,
They'll never
Josh
recover.
definitely wouldn't have said it already.
Steve-O on YouTube says, if it was Coors Light, it would probably improve the taste. You see?
Got him.
They should have never
Dingling,
invented
more like
this.
ding-a-ling.
They should have never invented this, but I guess this is a big thing now. How many of us right now on the show have a pair of Crocs?
Zero.
I have 2 pairs.
Josh has Crocs. Okay, I knew at least one of us was going to be a Croc owner. No, I do
Courtney?
not. Nope, she doesn't either. No, but I see them all the time. And I didn't know that there was a thing called Croctober where all the Crocs fans celebrated together.
I didn't know that either.
The cowboy boots?
Yes, that's the thing that they've unveiled now.
Buddy.
Where it's a Crocs cowboy boot and it's terrible.
I want it.
I don't hate them.
I want them.
You would wear them, Sabrina?
I would never wear them. I'm just saying I didn't hate them. I thought it was very creative.
Well, I mean, it's different. I wouldn't have expected this, but they have cowboy boots now over at Crocs. That's what they wanted to unleash on the world. And let me see
You did
here.
it, Crocs. You really did it.
God, they're so rough looking. It works, though. And I like the little spurs on the back that they have. They've got little spurs back here.
Yeah, they're fun.
How many damn ads do you have?
Great website.
50 pop-ups from the
I
Washington
love the
Post.
banner version of them.
Yeah, so if you're a Crocs fan, get out there and celebrate Croctober by getting your boot Crocs. That's how you got to do it. When we come back, jury duty, a bunch of updates on stories we've been talking about, and we got a whole lot more to get to. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Enjoy the Twitter experience without the musk. At Real Radio 1041 on Threads. Powered by Anajar Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings Fantasy Sports.
Jordan Love further cemented his bust status, after an ugly loss in Denver. Watch the play calling. The Green Bay coaches clearly don't trust it. The Packers can't throw the ball downfield, and Love is not accurate deep anyway. In a game against a bad Bronco team, Love should have come out on fire. They couldn't score in the first half. It's time for the Packers to start looking for their next quarterback. I'm Colin Calvert.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
Ever been on a road trip and wondered about all the hidden history and locals-only stories that you might be passing?
With the Audio app, I'm always learning new things about the places I'm driving through.
The Audio app automatically delivers captivating stories about the natural wonders, local legends, and fascinating histories just beyond your car window. It's like having your own personal tour guide. Rediscover America your way with Audio. Available on iOS and Android.
Identity theft shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, more than $29 billion were stolen last year alone. That's a criminal success story and a wake-up call for everyone else. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock makes it easy to help protect yourself if you become a victim. A dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. Join now and save up to 25% your first year with my name, Clay, as your promo code at LifeLock.com, promo code Clay.
They are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
13 Days of Halloween Penance, Season 4 of the award-winning horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
If I am under arrest, you have to tell me what I'm charged with.
Starring Natalie Morales of Parks and Recreation and Dead to Me.
Please, there's been some kind of mistake. I'm not supposed to be here.
How do you know?
I'm innocent.
Are any of us truly innocent?
Premiering October 19th, ending Halloween. Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Fall is here, and with cooler weather on the horizon, you got to make sure to stop by Tools Ace Hardware to get everything you need to entertain your family outdoors, whether it's a new grill, fire pit, or patio furniture. Everybody knows Tools Ace Hardware has the best brands in grills: Big Green Egg, Weber, Napoleon, and Traeger, and they're also carrying pizza ovens from Uni, Gosney, and Halo. These guys are the best, man. They have the widest selection of fire pits, including Solo Stove, as well as firewood and propane patio heaters. Tools Ace Hardware only carries the premium brands like Polywood outdoor furniture, made from extremely durable recycled plastic that will last for years and will not fade. Get free assembly and local delivery on any grill or patio furniture purchase $3.99 and up. Tools Ace Hardware, 12 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com. Get that free in-store pickup or delivery. It's Tools Ace, the backyard place.
Once you get the meat and cheese for your sub freshly sliced right in front of you at Jersey Mike's, I'll tell you, there's no going back to anything else. That'd be like going back to dial-up internet. Am I connecting to space to order Jersey Mike's? Any day now. Okay, it's about to connect. What? Who picked up the phone? Nope, there's no going back once you see it freshly sliced at Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors. InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to InventHelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at InventHelp.com. InventHelp is the leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors received more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. They help everyday inventors just like you. Additional services include invention websites, prototype models, technical drawings, and more. They keep your idea confidential and explain every step of their invention services. Remember, that's InventHelp.com. InventHelp.com.
When seasonal allergies and clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently, there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy. But more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Oh, this cold.
Honey?
Honey?
Honey, you need DayQuil Severe Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste, because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Now I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Since 2010, Blindster has sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters to satisfied customers across the country with 20,000 five-star reviews and an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. Custom blinds at low prices and free shipping. Blindster.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Radio.
Duty in just a moment. First tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And Justin joins us with an email. Justin says, about the NFL fines that you guys were talking about, we brought this up because there was one player in particular who I think did like an end zone dance and got a fine, or he did something recently.
He did that, but it was like he either grabbed a fan's phone or had one like ready and did like a dance or a selfie with that, and because it was so extra, they got fined $10,000.
Yeah, they fined him thousands of dollars, $10,000 or whatever.
Makes sense for sure.
And at the time, I was like, "Who's getting this money?" He says, "NFL fine monies don't line the pockets of the NFL. When you're fined, you get a letter listing the amount of the fine, the date of the infraction, and it lists who the money is going to. Some of the charities of the NFL include the Piccolo Cancer Research Foundation, Lombardi Cancer Research Fund, ALS Research Foundation, Red Cross for Disaster Relief, the NFLPA, the NFL Players Association, which has various ways to distribute money to players who are injured or retired. So those are the places where that money goes, which is good. I wouldn't want it just to go to the NFL because, you know what? I think the NFL is making enough money. I think they're doing just fine on their own right now. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. There's a lot of attorneys out there, and a lot of them are in your face every 5 seconds with commercials. And a lot of them will tell you this is a giant law firm, and you end up getting on the phone with a bunch of salespeople. Maybe they bring it by a paralegal. You're not actually talking to attorneys most of the time. It's viewed as a sales operation in these big law firms, as opposed to a person-to-person operation. You're going to bring your case to Moses. He's going to hear you out. And then armed with your story, he's going to fight those insurance companies head on. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. This is awkward. The head of police in Nashville, Tennessee, has had to issue a bolo for somebody who is suspected in the shooting of 2 Tennessee police officers. And the person who they're looking for is the police chief's son. So he had to put out a bolo for his own son in this Nashville shooting investigation. They said police in Tennessee were searching Sunday for the estranged son of Nashville's police chief as a suspect in the shooting of 2 cops outside a Dollar General store. And they identified the 2 guys. They said they struggled with a suspect who pulled a handgun and shot them, and they just so happen to think it's the police chief's son who was the gunman who was behind all of this. And he said to his son, and to his credit, here he goes. He says to his son, he now needs to be found and held accountable for his actions today. I hope that anybody who sees him or has information about him will contact law enforcement immediately. Got to be weird when it's your kid.
Damn.
It makes things a little bit more uncomfortable. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was a couple out of Oregon that died this weekend. They were on their bikes, and they're riding their bicycles along on the side of the road.
Oh, terrifying, dude.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even think that this would be possible, but I guess it could. A flatbed truck goes to pass the bicyclist, and he's going about 40 miles an hour. And right as he goes past them, Josh, the lumber goes right off the truck.
Oh, no.
And onto this couple on these bikes. And they said it killed him. It was just absolute freak accident.
Final destination.
However, I guarantee you all 3 of us have at least been in this position where you're driving down an interstate and you look and there's somebody with all kinds of crap on the back of their car.
And then that tiny little orange piece of paper.
Yeah, one little strap. It's like a little.
It's safe.
Yeah, they got either the little thing blowing in the wind to tell you there's something there, or there's one little strap over the top of it. And they go, surely we're going to be absolutely fine here. This couldn't cause any sort of problem. I've seen that myself many, many, many times. A lot of people saying the final destination thing. It's a little freaky. You're just riding a bicycle 1 minute, enjoying the beauty of the outdoors. I think they were both rich executives or something. They were both executives at Nike, and we're on a 2-week vacation with stops in California and Las Vegas. They said life was their hobby. There was never a moment when they weren't going to make the most of it. But in this case, they did not see it coming. Lumber right out the truck and right on to them. I got a story I want to talk about. It's happening outside of Portland. I don't think we have the time to do it right now. But this got a lot of reaction this weekend. And in Portland, they've started, or right outside of Portland, they've started opening up these parking lots where if you don't have a house, like you're poor, you're homeless, basically, you can pull your car into the parking lot and you can legally live in your car on that parking lot.
Is that not a trailer park?
Kind of, but you don't even need a trailer. You don't need any of that stuff. It's real
Where
dystopian.
do you pee and poo-poo?
There's a facility for that, right?
Oh, that's good.
It's all you get is a spot in the parking lot, and that's where you live in your vehicle. And you could just use whatever facilities they share there amongst all these people. And one of the women that they talk to, they go into her background, and she's like a public works officer or something. And they said she was in this parking lot living this way because she can't afford the rent anywhere in Portland. And so I read into this story a little bit more. And this woman, she's living in a car with her dog. She makes $73,000 a year.
Oh, my God.
And I go, hey, folks, if you can't find rent in a city for $73,000 a year, that city is in big trouble. Because most people don't make above $73,000 a year. And this is not like some person who is working at McDonald's or working at some fast food job. This is a person who has like a good adult job making $73,000 a year. And she says she can't, for the life of her, find anything to rent for that much.
Boy.
That's bad, man.
It's very telling. At least they have that parking lot.
Yeah. Have your parents talked to you at all? They probably wouldn't bring this up, but just how bad it is with rent in Miami, because it's one of the worst spots right now.
I mean, we've talked about it in the past, but the house that they live in is the one my dad has owned since he was like 24.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're not leaving anytime soon.
when you get around like downtown Miami, I've heard of people, they have like 2 and 3 bedrooms for $6,000 or $7,000 a month.
What's incredible to me is like the places that I grew up around, and that people are telling me I'm moving to Miami and I'm moving to Little Haiti, like, because they have created this giant building,
skyscraper,
and paying so much more, and it just makes me wonder where it goes from there, because it's within a year or two that's flipped, and still the rent rate keeps going up.
Yeah, to your point, it was interesting because Anthony Bourdain would go to these little smaller towns in Miami. Like he would go to Little Haiti. He would go to all these places and he would show you what was happening in those areas. But mostly it was just poor people and it was run down.
Everywhere people were afraid to go.
Exactly. And now, just like they did in New York, they've moved into all these places because it was more opportunity to build more housing. But it's not lower income housing. It's all insanely expensive. And so they're living in parking lots. People making $73,000 a year. Crazy drunk cat lady saying $73,000 is not enough for some rent anymore. Depends on where you live, I guess, right? I mean, if you live in Manhattan, $73,000 ain't a lot of money. If you live in Macon, Georgia, $73,000 could do you right.
High on the hog.
Yeah, but you're not finding a job in Macon, Georgia that's giving you $73,000 a year.
No, that's the problem. The amount of jobs that would pay into that level of income would be very small in a smaller city like that. So that's where we find the tension. And I was telling Courtney this weekend, I go, could young people be any more effed right now? Renting, which was the thing you used to be able to do for the cheapest, you get your first apartment with some friends and start building up your life and stuff. Renting is incredibly expensive in most major cities where the good jobs are. Getting a car, forget it. You're getting a car right now, $700-800 a month for a car payment if you wanted to get a new car right now. The cars are $50,000, $60,000. They're way more expensive than they used to be. The jobs aren't paying nearly as much as you need to pay for those things to get out of your house. And you look at just like the landscape in front of you, and everything is, people will tell you, I'll tell you, like I'll say, one of the most important things to building wealth over the long term and generational wealth is owning your own home. And then you have something you can pass on to people after you pass.
Yeah,
and
but none of these old Fs are passing it on. They're just raking in the profit.
Well, in this case, you have generational wealth that gets passed on from people, but you can't do that if your parents didn't own anything. And you now can't. How are you ever going to buy a house if you're like Gen Z right now?
Moving into yours, dude.
Gen Z person is screwed to try to do. Yeah, it's so difficult, and that's a big problem that they got to try to do something about. Okay, quick break. We ran long here.
Jesus,
when we come
Sean.
back, we'll hear from you.
Unreal.
Plus, something new on Netflix that has a lot of people talking. What is it? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a little
Holiday magic
is just minutes away, and brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. They specialize in one-of-a-kind custom-designed jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Traveling on Kirkman Road this afternoon, expect a bit of delays due to an accident southbound near I-4. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Colonial Drive westbound at John Young Parkway. And traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect your regular delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Traffic is up to speed on Florida's Turnpike. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Warehouse of Kissimmee.
It's the Bedhead Sale at Mattress Warehouse. Come in with your best or worst bedhead and save up to 50% on any mattress. So where would you look to find the perfect mattress? In a little mattress store or a mattress warehouse? Visit mattresswarehouse.com.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Real Radio wants to provide you with a little holiday magic.
Holiday magic.
Holiday magic in the form of $1,000 13 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekly from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do it on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you enter your phone from a number that you most likely will not recognize when they call back the winner, because that's how you get some
Holiday magic.
This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
My friends at Mills Air have been in business since 1992 right here in Central Florida. Over 30 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier, factory authorized dealer, turn to the experts. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
Identity theft shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, more than $29 billion were stolen last year alone. That's a criminal success story and a wake-up call for everyone else. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock makes it easy to help protect yourself if you become a victim. A dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. Join now and save up to 25% your first year with my name, Clay, as your promo code at LifeLock.com, promo code Clay.
They are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Check the mail for Valpak and you could be an instant winner. That's right. Tucked in with those coupons is your chance to win big. From cash and gift cards to attraction and concert tickets. Every month it's something new with prizes for the whole family. Go ahead, open that blue envelope of savings to see if you've won. Because with Valpak Instant Win, there's nothing to buy or do to cash in. Just thousands of real winners winning real prizes, no strings attached. No purchase necessary, void or prohibited. Prizes are randomly inserted. See specially marked Valpak envelopes for details.
October is birthday month for Zero Res. To celebrate, just say happy birthday, Zero Res, and you'll get $50 off service they offer. Carpet, tile, air ducts, and more. Some minimums may apply. Visit OrlandoZeroRes.com. Zero Res, spelled forwards and backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Oh, this cold.
Honey?
Honey?
Honey, you need DayQuil Severe Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste, because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
No, I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
No payments until 2024 with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Real Radio 104.1.
some of you out there are getting a little too wild. I saw this video this weekend, and it was just so brazen, so public, the way this was done. And maybe you've seen this before, but it showed this woman, and there's a guy next to her. They're at like a restaurant or something, and the guy is absolutely like blackout hammered. And
all right,
he's like,
Who's getting wild?
He's swaying around like he got completely hammered. And then you see her kind of like right next to him, and you go, what is she doing there? She's focused on something. And as you watch, you realize she's got his phone in her hand, and she's using his drunk finger to do the phone, like the fingerprint to unlock the phone. And then she's transferring money out of his bank accounts into her bank accounts while the guy's like totally blacked out, passed out next to her. And I go, just right there in front of everybody? Holy cow. You know, I guess this is another danger out there.
What if he owed her money?
I have no idea what the backstory was, but it was just right there, man. And you hear about this stuff happening from time to time. We heard about a guy I think it was in Miami, and he had a ridiculously expensive watch and brought some girl back to his place. And then I guess they drugged them and walked away with his watch, and like $60,000, $80,000 watch. You hear these stories from time to time. And so many of the times that I hear it, I'm like, what are you doing, you dummy? Like, you didn't see all the red flags that popped up before this?
Of course not. They're hotties with boobs.
You didn't think that your 55-year-old beer belly having ass was a little bit in a strange position when a hot 22-year-old wanted to come back to your place? Like,
sometimes rich people are the stupidest of all.
You know what? It does make you wonder how they even make it as far as they do in life. It just seems a little bizarre. There is a new show on Netflix, and I got to bring this up here because this is one of those ones that is splitting people. Let's see. It's called Old Dads, and I'll bring up Rotten Tomatoes. Because this one, when I looked at it yesterday, I said, oh, it's just like, I think a Dave Chappelle one was like this, where the reviewers had it at 17%. And the audience score is 90%. Like, these people are very, very separated in terms of how they're reviewing it. And if you listen to me and agree with me, then you are on the same page, and you know that movie reviewers are the most useless people on planet Earth. We do not need movie reviewers. I can't believe that was a job, but now it could be replaced by this. They said 17%, so that's a flop, 17% with the reviewers.
Yes.
Audience score 90%. That's a hit. Like, how are you both of these things at one time? And it's Bill Burr's new Netflix movie. And I kind of get the vibe that Netflix is trying to do a deal with him, kind of like the Adam Sandler thing, because it was like a buddy movie. You know, this guy and his two friends, and now they're old dads. And I think a lot of people, maybe the reviewers even, I think maybe they didn't watch the whole movie, because a lot of the reviews that I saw before we watched this last night, they said it's about like angry old man yells at clouds, which that's Bill Burr's, that's his shtick, right? This is what he does.
He is angry.
He's always complaining about something. He's always yelling about something. And that's what Bill Burr does. And they say there's just angry man yells at cloud is going against woke things that happen in culture, because the basis of the movie is that these three friends, they started a company, and the company was successful, and then they sold it to some like Gen Z kid, and now they have to work for him. And, you know,
creative.
He's like, he calls himself a disruptor and all that stuff.
Oh, I love that.
So it's just a simple little movie. But if you only watch like the first 2/3 of the movie, you'd be like, yeah, it's this guy's miserable. He yells at everything. He doesn't understand all this woke stuff. But it comes full circle, and there's like a really interesting point that they sewed together at the end. And I feel like a lot of the reviewers didn't watch this. Arnott says, Old Dad was awesome. He is me in 10 years. I thought it was decent. Like, don't go into a movie like Old Dad's thinking, this is going to be an epic masterpiece of cinematography. Go into it thinking, do you like Adam Sandler's buddy movies?
Do I?
Then you'll probably like this if you like that movie.
Grown-Ups was really, really bad.
Grown-Ups one.
Maybe this is a hot take, but I thought Grown-Ups, the first one around, was like nails on a chalkboard.
Grown-Ups one I thought was bad, but I also liked it.
I'll give it a second go. I watched it in theaters. And
it's almost like you might be their target demographic.
Maybe. When I watched it, when I watched Grown Ups, the Adam Sandler movie, the first time, I said, it's so cheesy and so corny, but it's just like a chill movie. It's not trying to be anything. It's what I'm saying. It's not trying to be like a fancy movie.
You know what you would
what
love, Sean? 900 Club.
No, what's 900 Club? Oh, 700 Club?
Damn it.
You botched it.
Didn't that guy die?
Yeah, one of them did,
After
I think.
900 years being on TV.
Grown Ups 1 has a 10% on the tomato meter, but Grown Ups 2 has an 8%.
Yeah.
So that one is not doing
You
very
wanted
well.
more, we brought it. And it was worse.
I can't believe they won't do it. I don't know if you guys remember this at all, but years ago, somebody wrote and leaked a script for Grown Ups 3. And it was Grown Ups 3 with all the same people, but it was done in the style of a horror slasher film. And it was like edgy and funny, and it was so good. Like the script is so good. And I thought they should really do this. And then I heard nothing more about it. I was thinking, like, if I was Adam Sandler, I would have called that guy and been like, I want to option that script. We want to do this. And we'll get this on the big screen or put it on Netflix.
Is Kevin James the killer?
I forgot who was the killer, but it had like Kevin James, Rob Schneider, had all the same people.
All those guys.
Yeah, and all their same characters, but there's a slasher on the loose who's killing as many people as they can in their little town. It was very well done. Okay, we want to get to you and your dispatches, and we've got a bunch of you chiming in on the show today, so let's see what we got. Let's go over to Sweaty Armpit Guy, talking about young people.
I'll tell you what, all you young whippersnappers better get into shape and start working and learn a trade. I went and did one of those reverse mortgages, bought myself a house in the Villages so I could drive my golf cart around drunk all
This
day.
goes for 7 or 10 more seconds. Can you
It's
talk anymore?
9 seconds too long.
I want to hear it.
You want to hear the rest of it?
Yes.
All right. Blame Josh, folks.
Hey, pop the blue pills and meet some girls later on and have a good old time. You young folks just don't know how hard life could be.
Is that's where it cuts?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, for sure.
Hard cut.
Good times.
It could have been good.
You didn't get to a real good
That gets a
punchline.
7% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, lower than that. I think you got to go even lower. I got bad news, friends. I hate to bring this to you, but
Worse
I do
than that
have
dispatch?
bad news. If possible, I think maybe. They are doing more studies about ketamine, the drug.
Yeah.
Which I think is like a...
Horse tranquilizer.
Yeah, it's like a sedative for, I thought it was for smaller animals, but maybe it depends
think
on
it
what
runs the
dose.
gambit.
Yeah, so like you just do a big fat dose of ketamine for a big old horse, and like you could use it on like a cat or something too. But they have talked about ketamine for a long time and how it can be used to treat things like depression and other things. And they thought that there was a lot of hope here, but now they say new research might complicate our understanding of ketamine as a potential treatment for depression. The study found that people with depression who were given either a saline or ketamine shot before undergoing anesthesia for a surgery experienced a similar improvement in their symptoms afterwards. The finding suggests that at least some of the therapeutic benefits seen with ketamine might be as a result of the placebo effect. Though more research will be needed to confirm this, they said. They were giving some of the people before the surgery saline? That seems kind of rude.
But then it worked.
I mean,
But then
Did they get knocked out?
yeah, they didn't give them anything extra. You're like,
No,
some
it's
of
like
you will feel
before.
no pain during this surgery, and some of you will be in absolute misery during the surgery that you're out to
And
undergo.
one of you is a horse.
It must be like a very small surgery that they were doing. It doesn't say here in the story I'm looking at. If you've never done ketamine, with my experience, it was like, and I mixed it with some things, so that's probably not fair. It was like walking on the moon, man. It was
Oh, yeah.
yeah. It was chill. It was a chill experience. It was real
Like
chill.
grown-ups.
It was grown-ups too. 8%.
The ketamine of movies.
Yes, absolutely. All right. When we come back, we will get to more of you and your dispatches, but we got to talk about the zombie hunter because he's very upset. The zombie hunter is upset with his current living conditions. What's going on? You're going to hear that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio on X.
Wait.
Doesn't sound right.
Whatever. Find us at Real Radio on X.
Or, the old Twitter.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traveling on Kirkman Road this afternoon, expect a bit of delays due to an accident southbound near I-4. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Colonial Drive westbound at John Young Parkway. And traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect your regular delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Traffic is up to speed on Florida's Turnpike. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Warehouse of Kissimmee.
It's the Bedhead Sale at Mattress Warehouse. Come in with your best or worst bedhead and save up to 50% on any mattress. So where would you look to find the perfect mattress? In a little mattress store or a mattress warehouse? Visit mattresswarehouse.com.
All right, folks, my friends at Maxine's on Shine are here to make your week even better with Maxine's Mind Boggler. Big congratulations to last week's winner, Deanna. Now, the first person to answer this riddle correctly wins a $25 gift card to Maxine's on Shine. Here's your riddle. When it's alive, we sing. When it's dead, we clap our hands. What is it? When it's alive, we sing. When it's dead, we clap our hands. What is it? If you know the answer, email me, Sabrina@realradio.fm. And the first person to send the correct answer wins a $25 gift card. If you don't win today's riddle, don't worry. You got a shot every single week. Plus, you're going to feel like a winner every time you visit Maxine's on Shine. Voted Best Downtown Orlando Restaurant 3 years in a row. Diverse, comfortable, and delicious with a splash of sexiness. For more information on location and reservations, make sure to visit Maxine'sOnShine.com.
Now you can relive the greatest moments from our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Lenny Kravitz kicks things off with his biggest hits.
Foo Fighters get the whole crowd singing along.
Tim McGraw debuts his new song live.
Public Enemy brings the 90s hip-hop energy.
Fall Out Boy covers a classic while literally on fire. And so much more.
Relive the greatest moments from our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Streaming now only on Hulu for a limited time.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight.
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
We're all looking for the recipe for success. Maybe what you really need is the recipe for fresh. Luckily, that's easy to get. Just go to freshfromflorida.com. There you'll find all kinds of recipes that use in-season and locally grown Florida produce. Visit freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
To everyone who appreciates a fresh meal that comes from the heart, let our team member Emma tell you what's special about the Culver's Way.
We take great tasting burgers seriously in Wisconsin. Favorite recipes, fresh ingredients, real Wisconsin cheese. It's a place where traditions matter. So of course it's where Culver's Butter Burger was born. Fresh, never frozen beef, seared to perfection, then topped with a lightly buttered toasted bun.
What can we say? To us, it's a whole lot more than a burger. It's a taste of home.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a rich and creamy hometown treat, let our team member Nevaeh tell you how we do it at Culver's.
Every scoop of Culver's fresh frozen custard is made in small batches throughout the day. Because where we come from, the little things make a big difference. Like bringing back a seasonal favorite. Our salted caramel pumpkin concrete mixer and pumpkin spice shake are back for a limited time. Handcrafted with farm fresh dairy and real pureed pumpkin just for you. So it's the best part of your day.
And we mean the best.
From Wisconsin with love.
welcome to Delicious.
You know when you wake up and your mouth feels gross and you just can't wait to brush your teeth to get that clean, fresh feeling again? That's exactly how millions of Navage users feel when they use powered suction to rinse out their noses every day, just like brushing their teeth. Once you're able to breathe deeply without congestion, you never want to be without it. That's why so many people rave about Navage, with over 100,000 online reviews. Feel the Navage difference for yourself. In less than a minute a day, you'll feel immediate relief from seasonal allergies and congestion after the very first use. Navage will also help you sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier, naturally, without drugs. Start breathing clearly again with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Major phone carriers make you sign contracts with rigid data plans to trap you into a kind of forced phonogamy. Sounds pretty insecure if you ask me. At Consumer Cellular, we believe in a more consensual and healthy form of phonogamy, free of contracts and more flexible to your data needs. This way, you stick around not because we force you to with contracts and fees, but because you love our phone plans. Like ardently love our phone plans. Phonogamously. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Work trucks, lifted trucks, diesels, and 4x4s, Nations Trucks has got them all. And with approved credit, you're not making any payments until 2024. Do yourself a favor. Visit nationstrucks.com and check out their awesome inventory. Start driving the truck that you deserve today.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There is no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Orlando, for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Why is iHeartRadio the #1 streaming radio app?
Free music.
Free live radio stations from all over the country.
Free podcasts.
Free playlists.
Free contests. Free artist radio stations.
Commercial-free stations. It's free. I love iHeartRadio.
Join the millions of music, radio, and podcast fans on the #1 streaming radio app now.
iHeartRadio.
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 Free never sounded so good.
Morgan & Morgan, dial pound 529 on your cell phone. Pound law, that's all.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
The zombie hunter is not happy. What's going on with this? We'll talk about that in just a moment. First, we're at like a weird impasse in Gaza. Like there was all the signs there that Israel was going to start rolling troops into the Gaza Strip and hunt down all the Hamas people they could possibly find. In the past several weeks, they've just been blowing the place to smithereens, and it's literally just like a bunch of rocks all over the place now in some areas of downtown Gaza or in the Gaza Strip in Gaza City. And right now, they said they're holding off on strikes, at least for the last several hours, because they're working on trying to get 50 of those hostages released. So we might get 50 of these people who have been in Hamas custody since they went into Israel and did all these horrific things. That would be good. It would be a lot better if they got all 200 of them.
Yeah, but I guess we can settle for 50.
Some progress at least would be being made. And Hamas is basically saying, please stop bombing us so much, and we'll let these folks go. It's a tough situation over there, and it's going to continue to be that way. Joe Biden's just rolling around on the beach, hanging out, enjoying life. We got all kinds of craziness playing out here. We might be headed toward another world war, and we're just kicking the sand on the beach, but I don't know. We can only sit back and watch and see what happens over the next probably 5-6 days. That will determine if this is going to heat up or if they'll dial the temperature down. I don't really see them doing that. The zombie hunter is not happy at the moment. I wasn't aware of this dude, but he's a convicted killer known as the zombie hunter.
Cool.
And he's on death row right now.
For killing zombies?
For killing people. Look up his Wikipedia if you can. Brian Patrick Miller, Sabrina. He's got to have a Wikipedia, I would think, because they're doing a news story about him. And they said he's not
a TV personality as well?
No, I don't believe so.
That sucks for the TV personality with the same exact name.
I believe he was an Amazon delivery driver and also a murderer. Those were the two things that were most
weird
important.
combo.
Yep. Hopefully there's not a lot of those. A convicted killer known as Zombie Hunter has opened up about life on death row, and he's saying that it's miserable in there for him. He said the food is not great, the cells are very cold, and it's just not a good time back here.
Oh, I have a song for him.
Yeah.
It goes a little something like this.
All he did was murder a bunch of people.
It's fine.
Brian Patrick Miller, did you find him, or is there no wiki for this guy?
No wiki.
I can't find a wiki.
But there are, definitely a lot of articles about him.
It says
the Canal
Brian
Killer, yeah.
Brian, I want to know why he's called the zombie killer, because it says Brian Patrick Miller, 42, was guilty of murdering 22-year-old.
He referred to himself as the zombie killer, my friend.
Oh, that's what he did.
Dude,
you can't name yourself.
Yeah, you can't be a guy that kills and name yourself.
Yeah, you have to let the media name you.
Nerd.
He was found guilty of murdering 22-year-old Angela Brasso and 17-year-old Melanie Burness and was sentenced to death in June 2023. The case is being appealed. He still says he's innocent. The women disappeared 11 months apart while riding their bikes through Phoenix, Arizona. And, oh, my God.
You got to the decapitation part.
Yep. Yeah, I guess she was decapitated. And they said, he said, that's the $1 million question. He wrote in an email to a 48 Hours producer when asked to explain how his DNA ended up on the bodies of both women. He says, that's the $1 million question? Yeah, and you're the one who has to answer it.
I'm still trying to figure that out. It's like OJ saying he's afraid to run into the real killers.
Right. Yeah. When you say that's the $1 million question, it almost implies like all of us should be figuring this out together.
Why is no one helping me?
Nobody else has this problem. You have this problem. It's probably because you did this stuff. Brian Patrick Miller, 42, was convicted over the 1992 murders more than 30 years later. He drove a tricked-out squad car around Phoenix, Arizona prior to his arrest, like a modified cop car.
Big old nerd.
Uh-huh. And then apparently was super into just killing innocent women, which, that's not a good thing. So I don't really care if you're not doing fine behind bars and you're a little chilly. Here is Banana Potato talking about ketamine because we brought that up.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
You're speaking about ketamine, and I've never looked into it that much. I'm not sure what the effects of it are. All I know is that my boyfriend and I, we really like to go to EDM festivals, and it's so many people wear shirts that are like, it's not Coke, it's ketamine, and, little ketamine, Special K, things like that.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was funny you started talking about it, and my boyfriend and I were just in Miami this weekend for 3 Points, and we're standing there watching Iggy Pop on stage.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
The people behind us are like taking
Yeah.
spoons out and snorting stuff, and I'm around it. I just not really sure what it does or what it is. As long as people are being safe and having a good time, I guess that's all that really matters.
Yeah, who cares?
Anyway, hope to see you at EDC, Sabrina. I know you're at Bonnaroo.
For sure,
it'd be
girl.
so awesome to run into you at a festival. I feel like you'd be a lot of fun.
Oh,
I can't do the EDM festival stuff. I mean, I can't really just do the festival
I would
stuff.
love to swing by during the day, but I cannot last anymore. Not like I used to.
That one, they'll start that at like noon, and then they go to like, I think we mentioned this the other day. There was EDM festivals. Oh, we mentioned it in tandem with the Israel story, the Hamas attacks. There's EDM festivals where the headliners play at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
That was Bonnaroo. It was like, you guys ready to catch so-and-so at 3 a.m.? And I'm like, I'm going to bed at 10 p. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'm always used to like headliner would go on like 10 o'clock. I guess that's just not the way it is.
You're old.
It might be because I'm old. And I would like, Courtney's not as into it, But I would go to a festival. Like I would go to a Bonnaroo style thing and go watch a bunch of bands.
VIP.
I would want to be VIP, yes. I'm going to say
it
that.
is better.
I would like to do that VIP. But I could never do an all-day long EDM fest.
I could in early 20s for sure. Go all night long.
Yeah.
But it hits me like I need a nappy at some point.
I'm glad everybody's enjoying it. I see all you people in your fun little outfits and stuff. I'm glad you're partying and enjoying yourself. But for me, I just, after a while, I'll be like, what are we doing here? What's happening right now? Not for me. There's a whole huge crowd that's very, very into that. There was even EDM radio stations for a little while. Like they had just techno radio stations.
Still have it going. Available. iHeartRadio. Absolutely free. Right in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, now they got all the apps have all kinds of different channels you could listen to. But back then, it would be actually on your radio station. Koalak on Twitch says, I did EDC all 3 days a couple years ago and then went out after because they had to shut down at midnight. I died the following Monday. Yeah, that'll do it to you. That
Not enough ketamine.
That sounds like a long, long day. All right, there is a bunch of stuff that we got to get to as we wrap everything up. But I wanted to talk about this. Unfortunately, we're seeing more of these idiots who are riled up either by the Israeli side or the Palestinian side and starting to do dumb stuff. They don't know exactly what happened here, but in Los Angeles, there is somebody who was standing across from a home with Jewish symbols on it. They said they were hanging out there for about 30 minutes or so, and then took an opportunity when they thought nobody was looking, but they had a doorbell camera watching them, and they burned the American flag in the front of this house. Now, it's kind of weird because they burned the American flag, but they think that it was targeted as a hate crime because of the Jewish symbols that are visible on the outside of the house.
Okay.
And they didn't have like an Israeli flag or anything. And they're trying to figure out if they can identify this person because more and more people are ramped up with all of the news stories about this going around. Okay, we are going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and do the final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show. All week on The Jim Colbert Show, your chance to win before you can buy tickets to see comedian Ron White coming to Hard Rock Live Orlando Friday, April 19th. Tickets on sale Friday at 10 a.m. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Hey everyone, Jamie King, Fox 35 Storm Center, Central Florida weather for you today. Look for a mix of sun and clouds, warm highs in the mid-80s. Breezy out of the northeast for the afternoon. Looks like at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. For tonight, not bad. Some mid-upper 60s, a few scattered clouds around. And for the remainder of our days ahead, looks like we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. The general outlook brings low to mid-80s for highs and overnight lows down through the upper 60s, rain-free skies. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Jeff Martin Auctioneers is hosting a public auction in Kissimmee on October 31st and November 1st, featuring construction and farm equipment, trucks, trailers, and more. Bid your way live on-site or online at jeffmartinauctioneers.com. Experience the difference. License AU4483.
Hey, if you're in law enforcement, maybe you're a firefighter or EMT, doctors, nurses, teachers, active duty military, and veterans, and you happen to be looking to upgrade your driving situation, Nations Trucks has got your back with their Hometown Heroes program. First off, with approved credit, you're making no payments for 90 days. Plus, you can finance your next truck for up to 75 months, and you're going to get a lower 48-month interest rate. So start saving money and start driving the truck that you deserve today. Check out the amazing selection of trucks at nationstrucks.com and tell them Celine from the News Junkie sent you.
Summer road trip season doesn't have to end. With the Autio app, every drive can still feel like an adventure.
I've discovered more about my hometown through the Autio app than I ever did growing up here.
The Autio app automatically delivers captivating stories about the natural wonders and fascinating histories just beyond your car window. Plus, you can download stories to listen to offline. Rediscover America your way with Autio. Available on iOS and Android.
Once you get your hot stuff freshly grilled right in front of you at Jersey Mike's, I'll tell you, there's no going back to anything else. That'd be like going back to calling your friend on their home phone.
Hello, McDougal residence.
Hi, can Jerry come to Jersey Mike's?
Jerry!
May I ask who's calling?
It's Danny.
It's Donnie. Pick up the phone. Yoo-hoo!
You know what? I'll call him when the cell phone gets invented. Nope. There's no going back once you get it freshly grilled. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
You shouldn't need a degree in finance to choose a checking account. That's why we made Truist One Checking. No trade-offs, no compromise, no hassle. Just the stuff you want from a bank that cares. And that means no overdraft fees, lots of practical perks, and automatic upgrades. Truist One Checking. One simple choice. Visit truist.com/one. Truist.com/ONE. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Are you dealing with tooth pain? Don't suffer in silence. Advanced Endodontics is here to help. Our expert team offers state-of-the-art care and is dedicated to helping you find relief. We specialize in root canals and have 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, and you don't need a referral to make an appointment. Visit IneedARootCanal.com today. Don't delay. That's IneedARootCanal.com. and take the pain away.
October is birthday month for Zero Res. To celebrate, just say happy birthday, Zero Res, and you'll get $50 off service they offer. Carpet, tile, air ducts, and more. Some minimums may apply. Visit OrlandoZeroRes.com. Zero Res, spelled forwards and backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Listen up. This is so easy. Do you want the most money for your used car? Do you want a hassle-free process? Of course you do. Give Me the VIN is A+ rated by the BBB. That's Better Business Bureau, baby, and thousands of online reviews. Give Me the VIN will beat your written CarMax offer or write you a check for $100. It's that simple. Get the most money for your used car right now at GiveMeTheVIN.com. America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Help keep our communities safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 28th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Fall is here, so I'm throwing a Car-toberfest. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. I'm giving you $7,775 over appraised value for your old ride. Get a new Mitsubishi Mirage greenest gas car in America, 43 miles per gallon for $14,900. Or look at the new Outlander, the safest, most affordable 7-passenger SUV for only $26,900. So don't be tardy to this car party. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. Visit us at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Requires bank approvals plus tax tag admin. Negative equity may be refinanced.
The iHeartRadio app and the NFL right in your pocket. The home of the NFL Podcast Network, covering all 32 NFL teams, plus all the expert advice to win your fantasy league. And, of course, live NFL games. Touchdown! Download the free iHeartRadio app today. Free never sounded so good.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Want to save big on custom faux wood blinds, shutters, cellular shades, and more? Shop Blindster today and save up to 50% over comparable blinds from brick-and-mortar stores. Get custom blinds at low prices and free shipping at Blindster.com.
Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I'm going to wrap everything up for a Monday. And shout out to new Secret Show subscriber LJ22. Thank you for jumping on board and subscribing. You can do the same over at thenewsjunkie.com. Before we get into these final dispatches, did I have a blast this weekend reading Nextdoor, the app. Oh, man. It's one of my favorite things. You sit on the couch, you just scroll through all these boomer posts. And this time, they were complaining because there were fireworks this weekend.
Oh.
And, they don't like fireworks.
Did they ask if they were perhaps gunshots, too?
No, they knew that they were fireworks because it was a long firework display. It was for the Pride event that was held downtown.
Right.
And
God. I don't mind it at all, but can't they just, keep it to themselves?
Well, they like to do things like go, why wouldn't they tell us about this beforehand? And somebody will comment and they'll go, they've done this every single year for the last 5 years.
Longer than that. It is a staple of this city.
And somebody will go, it's fine that they're doing fireworks, but 8:30 is way too late to do a fireworks show, and it's disrespectful.
Okay.
I'm like, what?
Brother, it's Saturday.
Yeah, that's one of the comments said. It's like, it's Saturday, man. What the hell are you talking about? 8:30 is not very late. I think the Disney fireworks might be later than 8:30. It's not late. And you could just predict how all of these threads go. And I love it that people do these things, make these posts, and then they walk around the neighborhood, and you might actually run into one of these people. You might run into them. Yeah, you
I'm
might
next
run
door
into
neighbors with one of them.
Do you ever see them posting on Nextdoor?
All the time. You've seen them posting and send me a screenshot. That's how annoying they are.
Yeah. And there's some prolific users that are on the Nextdoor app. And one of them, Courtney sent this to me the other day. There was this woman, right? And she
Say no more, Sean.
She posted, I'm not going to get it right, but I'll just get as close as I can to what she said. She said something to the effect of, for the record, I'm not only married, I'm very happily married and have been married for 35 years.
Oh, cool.
To the love of my life. And everybody who is direct messaging me, trying to flirt with me, can just stop it right now, because I'm not going to, give up my relationship of 30 plus years to somebody. And I go, ooh, somebody got in a fight over this.
You think maybe she was into it and got caught being into
Who
it?
is sliding into Nextdoor DMs?
I don't know.
Check yourself.
That's a totally different type of person, but they're out there. Oh, man. And I like people who would just use it for their own personal reasons. Like somebody goes, what was the thing they were asking for yesterday? It was like so specific. It was somebody asking on there, do you know somewhere where I can get my record player fixed? And like something like so specific to this one person.
Someone will answer that.
Somebody will answer it out there. It's the greatest place. It's the greatest place to just scroll through the comments. And nobody knows how to use the internet. Everybody is scared by any kind of bang, crash, or pow that happens out in the real world. Everybody's scared. If somebody stops and looks at their house and they got them on the cameras, like, whoa.
Who is this sketchy out with a clipboard?
I don't know what's happening here.
And it says OUC on it.
Yeah, every
Very
normal
nefarious.
person goes, hey, maybe it's a solicitor, and they're coming to your house to try to sell you something, and they're like, I don't know, this could be something worse. This might be a militia group or something that's visiting me right now.
Hamas in my neighborhood? I don't think so.
I can't get enough of it. And some of the ones that I like the most are if it has to be as boomer as possible, or if somebody is giving up their pet. Like if somebody's like, I need to rehome this cat or this dog. It's all the same comments every single time. One person will go, you're irresponsible. You shouldn't have got this dog to begin with. And they'll say, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get the dog a new home. One person will go, you need to charge a rehoming fee. And Courtney's like, why do they say that? Why do they want people to charge a rehoming fee? Because people think if you give them an animal for free, they're less likely to take care of it. But if you make them pay for it,
I think it's also that there's a thing where dog fighting rings will get their bait animals that are being given away for free on social media.
Oh my God.
So they're charge a fee to stop these guys from getting them.
Yeah, I don't know if that helps with this. Maybe if it does, then good, then go for it. But it's always the very same thing over and over and over again. Rachel says, still haven't joined Nextdoor. Rachel, just do it for the moment in time where you're stuck and you're waiting for somebody. You got 20 minutes to burn, not even 20 minutes, 5 minutes to burn. And you just fire it up and see what all these people are saying right around you.
It's a hoot. It really is.
It's the best, yeah. They'll complain about Halloween decorations, anything you could think of. They're complaining about it. All right, let's go to these final dispatches and start wrapping things up for the day. Here is Daddy Two Times talking about Special K.
Now, I may be off base here, but Special K or ketamine doesn't sound like a beneficial alternative to anything. Imagine being an alcoholic and you give up your booze and end up in a K-hole and get hit with the wall. It's awful, man. If we're going to start microdosing things, let's at least open up with LSD. That sounds like a much better time.
A lot of people do that. I mean, that's something we've been talking about for the last couple of years.
I don't think that you're in a K-hole for as long as you would be for LSD.
No, nothing lasts quite as long as LSD. I remember the first time I ever did
4 days
acid with my friends, And when it like really hit, I was kind of freaking out a little bit. And I was like, how long does this last? Is it like 45 minutes, an hour?
And after a 2-hour shower, it's still not done.
I know, but I said, how long does this last? It's like 45 minutes or an hour. And my friend looks at me, he goes, 8 hours, man. I'm like, oh my God.
Sounds scary.
I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'm going to make it through this right now.
What if it's still going on right now?
It might be. Yeah, this whole thing is a trip still. Here's the Dinks with a dispatch about EDM music.
EDM music just sounds like blenders having sex.
All right.
You just ruined my day, sir. Thank you.
Straight to the point.
We'll do maybe one more, and then we got to put you guys to
play
sleep.
that one more time. EDM music sounds like blenders banging.
I don't know if we played this. I don't think we did. Here's Indica Soul.
Sean.
Hey.
Sabrina.
What's up?
Josh.
Hello.
Hey, Sean, have you ever done Special K and MDMA, like, mixed? And
No.
then did do a couple bumps of it?
Kids, don't do drugs, okay? I don't know. There could be kids just tuning in right now. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad for you. Drugs can destroy your life. And this is your brain on drugs. All that stuff. All of the messages, okay? I don't want somebody tuning in right now to think, oh, this is a show where they just...
If the news junkie's going to do it.
Yeah, then I could do it too. Don't.
Junkie.
Yeah, that's going to ruin the name. There's a lot of bad things that could happen as a result of this.
That's your brain.
You guys are too young for those commercials, aren't you?
No, I think we were like prime target for
Oh,
those.
really? The brain on drugs ones? Oh, I thought for some reason I picture that back in like the early, the mid 80s or something.
No, that was like late 90s with the egg in the frying pan and stuff.
And we didn't have any streaming, so it's like you watch that if you have an antenna in your room.
Right. Wasn't there a famous actress who was in one of those? Was it?
Yes.
Natalie Portman or something? I forgot. It's so long ago.
I'll find it.
Yeah, those were big. And then when they rebooted them, they were the worst drug commercials of all time. When they would talk about smoking weed and they'd have the guy like melting off of his couch, or they had the guy.
That made me think like, I think drugs are awesome.
That looks like a good time.
I do that all the time.
The other one that they had was the guy who was so stoned he ran into the little girl while he was pulling out of the drive-thru and murdered her. And I'm like, where are they pulling this from?
Also, I think that they didn't address the fact that the little girl did not understand bike safety before going out into the open road.
True.
Of
it
all
was
the
her
places
fault.
to cross, she's going to go in front of a dang Burger Queen.
Yeah, that Burger Queen.
I didn't know if Burger King was going to stop us. I didn't want to blame Burger King for the little girl's murder.
Rachel Lee Cook was in the commercial.
Oh, is that who it was? Okay. Yeah, I remember her.
Rachel Lee Cook.
She was from She's All That, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't name another movie, but I remember that one.
That's all she was, actually.
Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. Brought to you by Nations Trucks. Friends over at Nations Trucks are ready to help you out. Get the truck of your dreams. They're all right there on the lot. Go to nationstrucks.com. I don't know if this is anecdotal or if this is actually something that's happening, but NBC News says it's not safe anywhere now. American Jews are flocking to gun training classes. And they're talking about this gun safety seminar that was held at a synagogue, which it might be just a one-off, but they talk about it with the idea that this is happening in a big way.
Can you use a gun on the Sabbath?
I don't know, but David Kowalski, who owns Florida Gun Store in the town of Hollywood, Florida, said we've definitely seen a tremendous increase in religious Jewish people, Orthodox people purchasing firearms. I've seen a surge in interest in individual training as well as group training, he says. A ghoulish deep-sea fish washed ashore in California. These weird ones that's never supposed to see the light of day. And I didn't know this was a thing. I thought it was called an anglerfish. That is a type of fish that goes way deep down.
Yeah, with the dangly thing.
This one is called the Pacific football fish. I've never heard of that in my life.
Sounds like a college team.
The Pacific football fish. I'll see if I could bring one up here so you can take a look. Yeah, here it is. The Pacific football fish is the ugliest thing you ever seen.
It's nasty.
Like if you were at a fish store and this thing was up for sale, you were walking past that aquarium and not getting it. It is a gross fish, but they found one of those in California. Very rare sighting.
They should start playing football with that fish.
Yeah, they could almost.
That'd be fun.
It's rough.
XFL.
Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Let's get out of the way. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, October 23rd, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call. Excuse me. Away.
Damn it, John.
I'm sorry. I made it right to the finish line here, and I just had a burp right in the middle of the live read. Thank you, J. David Tax Law. Today I learned this movie. It's a movie, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Bueller.
Oh,
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That's right. Ferris Bueller's Day Off was made into a TV show 4 years after the movie was a hit. They said Ferris's sister, Jenny, played by Jennifer Grey in the movie, was played by Jennifer Aniston. I had no idea that was even a thing.
Oh, yeah.
But there was a Ferris Bueller TV show. Today, I learned in 2009, VH1 had a reality dating show called Megan Wants a Millionaire. It was canceled after only 3 episodes because one of the contestants that made the finals and placed third was charged with the murder of his wife and declared a fugitive before eventually being found having committed suicide.
Whoopsie.
So that's a lot to happen for your reality show. Today I learned this guy right here. Hey, I'm hosting The Tonight Show for a little while.
Jimmy Fallon. Conan.
I'm fired. Okay, Conan O'Brien. Yes, today I learned when Conan O'Brien reached a settlement with NBC over the Tonight Show drama, he was awarded $45 million. $12 million of that was for staff who had moved with Conan to Los Angeles from New York when he left late night.
Damn.
So people had moved from coast to coast, and now they were stuck over there as they kept screwing around with the Tonight Show at that time. Today I learned about a study that reports the effects of 30 different scents on sexual arousal. It was found the combined scent of lavender and pumpkin pie produced the greatest increase in penile blood flow.
Yeah?
Just so you know, little lavender, little pumpkin pie, and you're going to get everybody as excited as they could be.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And today I learned this lady right here.
That is Lordy, Lordy, Lord.
Lordy, Lord is right.
Yeah,
Yes, Lord's Royals song was inspired by a Kansas City Royals baseball player. It's not really that interesting. I just wanted to play this song on the way out today. So here we are. All right, folks, thanks for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. If you missed any of the show, you can go subscribe to the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com and get alerts when all the new shows are posted. We'll see you tomorrow. He said.
We aren't caught up in your love.
And brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you could expect a bit of congestion westbound on I-4. Approaching State Road 429, traffic is backed up to State Road 417. Delays west